Yes, my hairline's fucked up. I just woke up. Of course, I brushed my teeth, all that stuff. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. Good morning. And to those who joined yesterday's show on the roundtable, which was 2 hours long yesterday, thank you very much. I applaud you as usual. I had my regulars and everybody on that show. It was a lot of fun. It was cool. A lot of really interesting topics came up. We talked about the Nintendo Switch 2, its overpricing. We talked about skinless chicken nuggets, which, by the way, my co-host and executive producer, Skinless Chicken, is on the show, as well as Rio8585 joining in. These guys is what helped make this show. Yeah, so we had a lot of fun yesterday. It was 2 hours long.
2 hours, nigga.
Yeah, motherfucker, the show, 2 hours. You only showed up for a bit. By the way, people, this is Rio.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. I had staff duty the day before, and I was tired as hell.
God damn, got him. Hey, it'd be like that sometimes, man. But yeah, man, it was yesterday. It's as we know now, we started a new season, and yesterday's show went to 2 fucking hours, and we covered all types of shit. We talked about some dumb shit. It was stupid, but it was fun. And then we went out for a little bit. It rained yesterday, so we didn't do too much yesterday. Oh, we did talk about fetishes. That came about too. In fact, that is the inspiration for today's episode. Because today's episode, we're going to talk about fetishes. But I'm going to throw something a little bit extra. Because when I was looking up fetishes, it didn't really give me too much. So we're going to throw kinks into it. So we're going to talk about fetishes.
You got foot fetish.
No. In fact, that's what helped inspire this episode. Somebody brought up a foot. No, I brought up foot fetish because I know someone who has I knew him. I don't speak to him no more. He's a fucking weirdo. He would call me all times of the night and shit. But weird. But anyway,
he wants you to suck on his toes.
Nah, I don't play that shit. We don't do that. This ain't Don't Be a Menace. I ain't sucking on no toes with hot sauce and chocolate sprinkles.
Barbecue sauce.
Hell no. Who is doing that? That's what I was trying to understand. Like, what is the sexual thing about toes? And then people putting stuff on toes, like, I don't know, chitlin sauce, Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that is shit. I can't picture that. So that helped inspire today's episode, which is we're gonna talk about kinks and fetishes. We're gonna do both. We're gonna do both. Captain James, what's going on? And Watts, thanks for joining the show.
Eddie, guess what your niece did the other day?
Oh God, yeah, that's people.
No, it's good. It's good though.
No, she had the competition yesterday, did she not?
No, we didn't end up going this weekend. It's next weekend. But she did push-ups, sit-ups, and a plank. Guess what she's got so far? Like continuous. It's continuous. It's not timed without stopping.
Okay, what she got?
A plank. She planked for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Fuck, that's longer than me.
She did 100 sit-ups yesterday, continuous.
Shit. So remember when I was over there, I was like Sophie, every day you got to do 25 push-ups before you go to school, and 25 before you. Has she really been doing that?
Yeah, every night we do it, and then she did 25 continuous push-ups that are like actually good.
I'm a proud uncle. People.
That shit's crazy though. 100 sit-ups.
Yo, she's that's one hell of a core. She's gonna be a beast.
I googled it and it said a 5-year-old should be able to do 7 consecutive, or a 6-year-old should be able to do 7 consecutive sit-ups.
She's gonna be a beast, dude. I'm telling you that. I wish I had that type of body metabolism. Like
I don't.
Shit,
I'm lazy.
Shit, I can't even plank. I'd be lucky if I even make it to a minute 45.
Well, when I plank, it doesn't engage my core. I'm just sitting there suffering with my shoulders. I don't even know how to engage my core.
I don't either, man. It's kind of hard, especially since I got a little bit of a gut, so that shit kind of sags, man. It's hard, man, but that's impressive for a 6-7-year-old to have such a core.
It's crazy.
And that's longer than some adults I've seen do a plank. Like that is insane.
It's wild.
That is wild. I am proud. I'm glad she also stuck with it too. I was like 25 push-ups. She was like, do I have to do it? I was like, yeah, trust me, it's going to make you better. I was like, do some before you go to school and then do some when you come home. And I'm glad she stuck with that. That's awesome.
She's going to know how to, well, she already does know how to break an arm or choke somebody out before she knows how to read.
That's dangerous work. I mean, who the fuck needs to read anyway? You got to defend yourself. Who the fuck reading? Now, let me stop. No, teach your kids how to read, people. That shit's important.
No, we are. Sophie, come here real quick. I'll have her answer a question.
Okay, got
Sophie,
it.
what's the two most important things?
Homework and jujitsu.
Homework and
and
jujitsu.
jujitsu.
What
I'm
comes
telling
first?
you, people.
Homework.
Boom.
Nice. See, people, kids. I'm telling you, they are the next generation. Steer them the right way because there's no reason why there's no reason why your kids should be like when you ask them 2 plus 2 and they say 2 plus 2 equals cookie. If your kid answers that question by with some ridiculous answer like that, you're doing something wrong.
22.
So please. 2 plus 2 is 22. I swear to God, let my kids say some shit like that and orphanage straight. No, that means I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong.
How's work been over there? Chill.
It's coming along, man. You know, I sat there on Friday waiting for the bus to go home, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I can't really vibe with this place. The people are just kind of, I can't connect. It's not like the people I left in my last unit. I don't know what it is, but this. I don't know. It's going to take some time with this group. It really is. It really is. It's a whole different vibe, and you know, if it was one thing I've learned, the privates do run this fucking place, dude. We got one dude in our squad that's just, he don't fucking show up or nothing. I'm like, hell, who is this guy? How you letting this shit happen? But yeah, they do run this place, man. But I guess the culture is slowly changing. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I got myself into. I'm just here, and I'm just gonna have to like roll with it. But yeah. So we woke up this morning. We're watching aircraft disasters. We love this show. She's watching it right now on the couch.
Yo, what is that on?
So we have Amazon Prime TV.
Okay, I'm
Prime
gonna
Video.
look it up. We got it too. I wanna watch that.
Hey, it's called Mayday Aircraft Disasters. It's on the Disaster Channel or some shit. It's called Real Disasters, right?
The Real Disaster Channel.
Oh, the Real Disaster Channel. That's like an actual channel they have on Prime Video. So we didn't get cable, but you know, Prime gives you live TV, so we didn't pay for no fucking cable.
Oh yeah.
We just pay for the internet. You know what I mean? Because I was like, we're not getting cable out here just to get a few extra channels with AFN. I'm like, nobody wants that shit. But anyway, we're gonna talk kinks and fetishes today. Now, it was inspired by yesterday's show because we mentioned it, and then Skinless Chicken Nugget mentioned something about girls when they have dirty feet and that shit like that, and then that's what led to this point. All right, so look, listen, I don't care who you are and what you do. Everybody has a kink and fetish, whether you're vocal about it or not, but everybody has a lot of kinks and fetishes in their minds that they may be too embarrassed to put out there in person, or some people are just out there with it. Like I said, I know the dude that loved feet. Now I don't know what the fuck he was doing with feet or pictures, but it blew my mind that somebody could be sexually attracted to feet. Now let me ask you, Rio, do you have any weird kinks or fetishes?
I rub barbecue sauce on my nipples.
Say what?
No, I'm just joking.
No, you sound dead serious with that one.
Yeah, no.
But you know what's crazy? There are people out there that are literally like that. That they sexualize food. You know, like I don't know, like rubbing Kraft macaroni and cheese in your belly button or something like that. There are people doing this stuff. Look, I don't just make this stuff up. This stuff is real. All right, so we're gonna talk about kinks and fetishes. Like, how would you describe a kink in your own words? What a kink or a fetish or a kink is?
Something that somebody likes.
Usually, when they say fetishes, it's usually sexualized in a
Yeah.
way. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like Belle.
Yeah,
she was on
because
the show
you're not
yesterday.
having a McDonald's fetish. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be
Like it's got to be like sexual though. It's not like
yeah.
Because
But you know, people could take fetish. Like I don't know. What if somebody had a video game fetish, or what if somebody had a I don't know, a recycling fetish? Like people just have a fetish on recycling.
I think that's just like it's got to be a different word for that though.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the word can be taken out of context. So fetish is professionally described as a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or part of the body other than the sexual organs. Like for example, a man with a fetish for surgical mask. Not sure why you have a fetish for that.
Hey, during COVID, he was happy.
Oh yeah. I mean, just watching Korn with people wearing surgical masks or N95 masks. Yeah, I can only imagine
He,
The other
he was going
definition.
ape shit on during COVID.
Oh, that whoever has that particular fetish. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I just don't get it though. Like skinless chicken, you said the smell of rubber gloves.
Ew.
I listen. There's one for everything. I am pretty sure there's somebody out there that's getting off on the smell of rubber gloves, and I hope they're not like surgeons or doctors or shit like that because I wouldn't want nobody operating on me or whatever that has a fetish for surgical gloves. Not over my body. Not even over my dead body. Absolutely not. I mean, but it's out there. That shit's real. Now, if you want to look up what a kink is, now to you, Rio, what is a kink to you?
Like the same shit, ain't it?
Yeah, but it says it's a term for a non-normative sexual behavior. Now, it's kind of like the opposite. It says the term kink has been claimed by some who practice sexual fetishism as a term of synonym for their practice, including a range of sexual and sexualistic practices. I guess for certain objects and shit
You know
like
what
that. I mean,
you know what a sounding rod is?
never heard of it. Enlighten me on this. A
Google
sounding
it.
rod.
Google it. Because
No,
it's weird. It's
have you
non
ever-
it's non-normal, like you were explaining. No, I
Okay.
just found out what it meant the other day.
I swear. So. Oh wow. A sounding rod, people, is a toy. I'm trying to beat around the censorship, but you know what kind of toy? It's a toy consisting of a metal or plastic rod, generally with a ball at the end, which is inserted into the urethra.
Ow, dude. Oh, that would hurt.
Who's doing that?
I don't know, dude.
Who is willing to endure that ridiculous amount of pain for some sort of gratification? Absolutely. No. Oh my God. I don't even want to know how that conversation came up, but it goes to show that the people you may be talking to about this are actually using this in some
I
way,
don't
shape,
know.
or form.
That's just weird.
Listen. Sometimes regular sex don't work for people. Sometimes they have to go to the extreme, and I'm talking the extreme, damn near mutilation, if you will, extreme. Now, me personally, I don't know. I don't have any fetishes. No, I really don't. But I have particular kinks, but I don't really have a fetish per se for like.
So
I don't know.
non-normal.
Well, you have to describe what's not normal. Now. I don't know. Like, I don't know, sex in an elevator or something. That's kind of normal. People do that. They get their little, especially if you live in a high rise.
Oh, like you're talking about your experiences?
I know. That elevator goes so fast. I wouldn't have time to bust one. It goes by the time I close the door, I'm up there and it's already on my floor. So and there's cameras in there, so that's an absolute no. But yeah, people have done that. Just people just get their kinks off somewhere. So I opened up an article, of course, Allure. Now, this was written back November 11th, 2021, and it lists 28 sexual fetishes and kinks that are actually common. I'm going to go down this list, and then I'm going to go to the stories of people that had weird sexual encounters. All right, so this article was written by Sophie St. Thomas. I got to make sure I throw credit when credit's due. All right, so I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to try to break down some of this. Opening article. And all right, it says the term fetish may evoke images of black bodysuits and complicated sexual contraptions, but you may already be acting out some in the most common examples, like
A black bodysuit? What the hell?
The black leather bodysuit that some people put on.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
and
like a brown skin, like a white skin going to brown skin.
Nah, that's like borderline BDSM. So it says that you may even act out some of these already. You may not even know it. Like, for example, spanking. Spanking is considered a fetish. Yeah. So if you may not like fetishize over it, but if you engage in spanking, that might just be your fetish, I think. Crazy, right? I don't know. I don't do too much of spanking. I don't know. Usually I just get my back clawed out, scratching and shit. But all right, Skinless, you said, what about punching? You know what's crazy? There are people that do that. Like, I've heard something about the donkey punch where you punch her in the back of the head while doing doggy. I couldn't believe it myself. But yeah, people actually do that. People fight when they're in the moment. Make it make sense. But yeah, it says what defines a fetish isn't what the activity or object of desire is so much as the role it plays in someone's life. A fetish is typically referred to as a behavior that someone cannot get sexually aroused without. So just regular touching is not enough. So people got to go to like a particular extreme.
You like
in order
getting
to
hot
get their
Cheetos
rocks
spit
off.
in your mouth.
Oh my God! What? Okay, see, that wasn't even in my mind. So where did that come from? Where did you?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about hot
No,
Cheetos.
no, no. Yo, if your partner is spitting hot Cheetos spit in your mouth,
You're getting punched.
no, you both need like some sort of sexual counseling. I mean, spitting is a thing. People do the whole. I think that shit's gross. I'm not spitting in my wife's mouth. That doesn't work. You understand what I'm saying? You got to find what works and what makes both of you comfortable. But I am not spitting in my wife's mouth. That's insane. It says, while people often use the terms fetish and kink interchangeably, a kink means an activity or behavior that someone enjoys that exists outside of the norm of traditional sex. I don't know, handcuffs, whips, chains,
You like getting
baseball bats. Honestly, no. I do not like getting whipped. We never even have tried that in the bed. We've never tried whips and chains, and I mean, we got a pair of handcuffs, but we have not tried whips and chains and all the other crazy shit.
You're getting handcuffed.
Hello, that's a lie.
What? I like getting whipped?
Yeah, he does.
First,
What about-
stay over there? Yeah.
What about banana-like objects in your mouth while you're sleeping?
Banana-like objects in your mouth while you're sleeping? That's almost SA. That's assault.
No, I've seen a video.
You see nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I was passed out. I was passed out from drinking, and then my wife or somebody, yeah, he just mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's assault.
No, it's not.
That's assault.
No, it's not.
That's assault.
You know you love
I
it
didn't. How can I love it if I'm sleeping?
because you were giggly.
Yo, I wasn't fucking giggling with a banana in my mouth. Hey, yo. Now that's wild work. Hey, Jay Haji, what's going on? Good evening, man. What's going on? We're talking sexual kinks and fetishes. I'm pretty sure you will want to join in on this. Maybe, maybe not. So I have this list pulled up, and it gives you 28 kinks that people have tried. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Sexual fetishes and kinks. Starting with number 1.
There's probably some
All right,
wild
starting
shit
with-
in this.
Well, this first one is impact play. So impact play means spanking, flogging, paddling, and other forms of consensual striking. Okay,
What's
spanking is
flogging?
often flogging. Dude, we're all here to learn. I'm trying to invite some people that can kind of give me some insight. I'm trying to get see if I get Peyton on here because I know she's probably back. She might have an idea on this. But flogging, paddling, and other forms of consensual striking. Now it says spanking is often as easy and safe. Yes, hon, I'm in the middle of a
I know,
show.
but feel it.
Oh wow,
You feel the rip?
yeah, that's not bad.
I know, right?
It says it's an easy and safe BDSM entry point that leads to exploring more, such as purchasing a crop to use with a partner. Impact play can range from a light slap on the bum to the crack of a whip. Yo, dude, I'm not getting
Crack of the whip?
with
What
a
the-
whip. This
Yeah.
ain't 1863. I'm not getting hit
Hey,
with
Eddie.
a whip.
Yeah, your wife's gonna open up the pillow and there's gonna be cotton all over, and she's gonna be whipping your ass.
Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that kind of role play. Oh nah. Oh nah. Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm ripping you.
See, and look, remember you mentioned something about Cheetos?
Yeah,
she's got
Cheetos.
she's got my Cheetos blankie. My what you call that shit? The
Snuggie.
what you call it? Snuggie, yeah, Snuggie. Now, Skinless, you said who was that one chick from yesterday? Oh, if you're talking Bells, she's a longtime friend of mine. She pops up on the show here and there.
Yeah, who's Bells?
Bells, we go a ways back. No, we go a ways back. All right, I knew her since damn 5th or 6th grade. Yeah, I knew her for a while. Oh, shut up. Anyway, so as with any kink or fetish, it's important to negotiate boundaries beforehand. So you know how like they say you got to have like a safe word, like pineapples or something if things get a little too awkward or uncomfortable. Let me ask you guys something real. Do you have a safe word when you're doing weird shit? Oh, he went silent. Oh man. Jay Haji, do you have a safe word? I don't know. I personally don't have a safe word
It's the
when it comes
N-word.
to weird shit. No, that's definitely not the safe word. Oh shit, look who just joined the show, Cream God. Oh, I know he's gonna have something to say on here. Cream God has joined the show somewhere in the chat. Now this dude, last time he was on one of my last episodes,
Honey
had
Packy
me
contest.
rolling. He was the dude. Yeah, he was the dude about that contest and finding dudes to wrestle on Craigslist. That shit had me dying. Oh my god. All right, so I'll finish up with this one. Let me see. As with any kink or fetish, it's important to negotiate boundaries. Oh, Skinless, you say your safe word is ow. I mean, yeah, I guess. But you know what? You can't use that as a safe word because what if you say ow and she hits you harder because she likes the fact that you're inflicting pain? I think you need a better word like nugget or something like that.
What
about what?
Or
or I don't know, or Toby or something like Toby. Like I don't know. But listen, I'm not getting whipped with cotton in my mouth as some weird fetish kink. Sorry. All right, let me move on to the next one. Number 2, role play. Now I've never done role play. Role play to me is, hey hon, what the hell are you doing with the chair? Why are you sitting right there?
I can't hear it. You told me not to raise it, so I'm up there listening to it.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I told her to turn the TV down because it's catching up on my mic. All right, number 2, role playing. Now it says you don't have to stop playing make-believe when you grow up. Now role playing means acting out a sexual fantasy with your partner either once or as part of an ongoing fantasy. Now, do any of you guys have you guys done role play? No one? Come on, we're really quiet.
you
All right,
play
Skills,
cops and robbers. Obviously, you're the robber.
Jay Haji, come on. What do you think about role play? In when it comes to like sex and shit like that, you think that's a go or no go? Everybody's so shy this morning. Now I've never done role play. Now Skinless said role play is silly. Yeah, I think it's silly. I mean, if you want to act out a badly acted corn, then yeah, absolutely, because that's really. What's up?
That worked. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in and out. Like I hear you.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. You're just not consistent. What's up? Oh shit, he's like in
I
and out.
said, oh hell, all about the role play.
Oh really? So let me ask you: have you ever done role play with someone? I'll get back to you on that. Captain James, what's going on? We're talking fetishes and kinks. So this topic is right up your alley. It does say though here, it's a healthy way to act out other fantasies. For instance, if you have a medical fantasy and aroused by doctors, you probably don't actually want your doctor to get sexy with you because that would be creepy and abusive. Listen, I don't know if I want my wife to play doctor. Actually, I think that's a good idea. Jay Hodge, you said you love a good patient-doc setting. Some people might look at that as you're acting out a fantasy that you wish you had a doctor do.
Eddie's got a good cop and robber where he steals a car.
Hon, did you just move that chair up?
No, I've been here.
I literally moved the camera. Oh, never mind. No, we're not playing cops and robbers.
What's your problem?
You're in my shot.
So I moved the TV more.
No, don't move the damn TV. Anyway, look. I don't do that. We never role played. I don't even think I could get into it. When it comes to the time, I just want to get into it. I don't know if I want to role play anything. Who knows? It might come up. Rio, you ever role played?
No, that shit's weird.
Can you imagine you role play and then like you're going into MEPS and you're role playing that shit?
Spread your butt cheeks.
Now, Skinless said foreplay is a different story, and I'm pretty sure it's on this list somewhere. We'll probably get to that, but the next one is a foot fetish. I never understand this for the life of me. How can someone sexualize feet? I don't get it. It says a foot fetish involves a desire to worship feet through acts such as massage, kissing, and smelling.
Ew.
Bro, I'm not smelling feet. It says... She said, "Don't be mad at my cause. I know how to get off." Listen, I'm not kink or fetish shaming anyone here. I'm just trying to get to the root bottom to why this exists. You know what I mean?
You said
like
you're a
smelling
bottom?
feet. I said the root bottom. I didn't say nothing about being the power bottom. Like you're a power top. It says a foot. Oh, let me finish. As a professional dominatrix goddess, Aviva, she said, told Allure, it's an extremely common fetish. If your partner shares that they have a foot fetish, it may be initially jarring, but it's an opportunity for you to discuss a potentially exciting new part of your sex life. No, just stick with foot massages, man. Don't do all that other
Hey,
shit.
that's
Don't try to put a
part of the fetish, so you might have one.
Yeah, but don't try to put a big toe in your butt. All right, don't. All right. And Captain James said, "Yeah, I got a lot I got out of there since 6 a.m. I'll explain when I get in. Gotcha. All right, next one, anal. Just get right into it. No pun intended. If you don't need to have an anal fetish to engage in anal sex, but plenty of people do, specifically to get off on butt stuff. Now, butt play can range from adding a finger in the butt during penetrative vaginal sex or using butt plugs. Listen, the back door is closed. There ain't no way.
That's why
Yo,
you're
even
sitting
if my wife-
sideways.
Look, even if my
You're
wife
sitting
jokes
sideways
about
right
it,
now. You got something up there?
You know you like that stuff.
No, I don't. My wife always jokes, and I don't even know half the time she's joking. She'd be like, "I'm gonna put something in your butt one
That's
day,"
what
and I'm like, "Nah, no, the fuck
You
you're
know you
not."
like it. Chocolate
No, I don't.
You got
I
a
don't
red
like
rocket
that.
up there?
Chocolate with.
No, fuck no. Skinless, you said you like when they struggle? Oh, no, you're going to jail, buddy. You're going to
Jesus.
fucking jail. No, you know what? There are people that do those type are kinks. You know what I'm talking about. There are people that do engage in that shit. People like to be forced, which blows my fucking mind. I think when you engage in that kind of kink, I think you definitely need a safe word because somebody listening outside might take that as the actual act happening. And they're like, oh, we're just role playing. Like, that's a weird way to role play. I like when they struggle is wild. Now, it says while butt sex can be safe and wonderful, there is some prep work involved since the hole is not self-lubricating and harbors bacteria. Yeah, you have to consult each other on that for what I've learned because it's not something you just jam in there right away. No, you that shit you have to warm up to it apparently. You got to start with apparently your toys, lube, and learn like the safe sex. All right, Skinless, you said like when they can't take it. This is the perfect show for you. I think you. I think this man. Yeah, sure. I guess that's whatever works for you. You know what I mean? You like when they don't be able to take it. Now, Ria, what do you do? What do you do? What is your take on butt sex?
You like it?
I'm not. No. I'm
But
asking
you're
you.
the taker. You're the taker.
Wait, why am I the? Wait, are you the pitcher or the catcher?
You're the catcher. I'm neither.
Nah, get the hell out of here with that. Nah,
You're
Captain
getting
J, you said
scratching for shit.
Ew. Skinless said the noise they make, I don't know, hard to explain for some reason. I don't know, I guess some noises, I guess, that your partner makes you keep going, I guess. I don't know. Different women are receptive to shit differently. Moans and screams and shit. Maybe you have to put like 2 pillows over their head or something, but yeah, I guess that gets some people going. Like this next one, number 5, lingerie. I don't know. Does lingerie turn you guys on? Does
It just
does
comes
matter?
off.
Yeah, it's gonna come off anyway. But usually lingerie is like the primer. It's like priming a lawnmower. It's like the thing that gets you warmed up and shit like that. Lingerie. It says they say that one of the most common fetishes centered on something that may be sitting inside your dresser right now, lingerie. Now, this may show up in sexual play between and among the individuals who may not even consider themselves kinky or to have a fetish or 2 or 3. She says, again, while many people get aroused by sexy underwear, lingerie becomes a fetish when someone needs it to be present in a sexual scenario in order to fully engage or get off. The whole point is to take the clothes off, but some people like to do it with the lingerie on. I don't know. Number 6, group sex. Now, that is a no-go. Now,
Jesus.
you know group sex. People get... Remember, I had shows on swingers and stuff like that. People get off on a group sex thing. It says group sex is getting it on with more than one person. This is obvious. Skinless, you said group? Nah. If you ever swiped on Tinder, you're likely aware that many couples are searching for a third. Although group sex can... You said group? Nah. If you ever swiped on Tinder, you're likely aware that many couples are searching for a third. Although group sex can... A gangbang typically refers to one person having sex with more than 2 people. Listen, people, I'm not engaging in that. If that's something you want to do...
Getting gangbang.
Who getting gangbang? You?
No, you.
I'm not. Why? No, I don't think I'm getting involved in that. I don't think I'm getting involved in any of that.
The Mick gangbang.
Oh, well, that's a different thing. A McGangbang, that's a whole different story. McGangbang. Yeah, it's also used in the kink community to refer to consensual scenarios. Oh, there's a fancy term for it. Not just orgy, it's consensual scenarios. Now, I don't know anything about swiping on Tinder, trying like groups trying to listen. There's always somebody out there looking for a partner. There's swingles, there's swingers, but this next one, sensation play. Now, it says it can refer to a huge range of activities based on the receiving or holding a different stimuli. For instance, one partner may blindfold the other, deprive them of their sense of sight, a form of sensory deprivation. Now, let me ask you, Rio, are you letting your spouse blindfold you?
No.
Handcuffs.
Hell no.
You took a second to answer that. You had a pause. You had a
No,
dramatic
you're
pause.
nah. That's all you get handcuffed on your hands and your legs. You get shackled.
That's pegging behavior at that point. Nah, you know what? Some people don't like that because what if your partner takes it to the next level and they try to like put a plug in your butt? You
What if they
understand? That's not
leave?
even part
Or
of the
they
script.
leave?
Or they leave with your walk. My wife's not gonna do no shit like that. But if you're on a random encounter with some random stranger you don't know, it's possible. Skinless, you said no for me on the blindfolding. I'm a visual person. Yeah, some people don't like that because you don't know. She might blindfold you, and then there's like 5 big black guys now into the room, and you're screwed. Like, what are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then?
5 big ninjas.
Now, Captain James, on the other hand, he might like that blindfolding shit because he can visualize himself being inside the cockpit while doing whatever it is that he's doing. And he say pineapples. Nah, that shit getting thrown right out the window. All right, this next one I've done some research on. Orgasm control. Yeah, it says edging, in which the submissive partner is brought to the brink of climax and then is forced to stop, often done repeatedly. Now, what I've heard about that is that when you finally actually release, it's probably the best nut you ever bust. Period. Now, an example of orgasm control, the idea here is that for as long as you like, you let your partner take the reins to determine when and how you come, as with all the other activities here. Did you read that, Rio? Whoa. Now, I don't know. I mean, I think for some people, some guys, they just want to be able to come. They don't want to be denied the opportunity to in the moment. Now, yeah, it's going to create the buildup to something crazy. But at the same time, some guys just can't hold on. You got to release. Now, this next one, I don't think I'm down with this one. Bondage. I never did this. I know, Rio, you said you've done it a couple of times, but I've never done
Hell
the bondage thing.
That's you.
That ain't me. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think I'm a fan of that.
Why do you think he got 4 kids?
I don't think he was bonded to that. I don't think he was tied up. It says bondage is when one partner restrains the other. You could bind your partner using objects you already have around, such as a bell, or purchase special kink items like handcuffs, hair accessories, wrist ties to engage in restraint play safely. Can you imagine, like, your wife ties you up or your girlfriend ties you up, she starts tickling your feet? I've seen that. I don't know how you're going to kick them. You're tied up. Your ankles are bound. Your arms are bound. And they're just tickling your feet. I can't imagine what the fuck that you have to go through your mind to do that. As Skinless, you said, or a chicken wing.
It says, nah, I don't wear dresses. I mean, that is true, Captain James. Eddie wore a dress.
That was one time. And then Skinless said, stop resisting. Yeah, that's like kinky cop George Floyd play. I don't think
knee on the neck.
No, you'd be surprised. I'm not doing doggy and with my knee on her neck. I think that's like crazy.
How do you even do that?
I've seen a video where his foot was on her head while doing.
How?
Like,
my shit would
doggy.
cramp up. My fucking leg would cramp.
Yo,
that's fucking crazy.
Let me tell you something. If there's any game I think that will help you practice some crazy shit like that, you ever play Twister?
Yeah.
There you go. See, Twister is a funny game. Now, I know I'm taking the innocence out of Twister, but when you think about it, Twister is making you bend and twist in ways you never thought. Now, have you ever played Naked Twister? I've never played it, but I know there's people that have played Naked Twister. Oh, who said that? I heard somebody in the back go, oh.
No, we're just telling Sophie not to get food that she doesn't need.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, it's almost time for bed for them over there. Well, no, then again, it's Saturday night over there, so yeah, I get to stay up a little late. This next one, psychological play. Some of the most intense sexual pleasure takes place in the mind. Renier refers to psychological power play, such as like a type of BDSM, as mind control. For example, might involve a submissive partner getting off on being called names. Listen, if you out there, if you're a black dude and you have a white girlfriend or wife, and you got her out there calling you Toby and throwing the N-word at you,
Get some, nigga.
let me get some of that. Let me get some of that Negro dick. Let me tell you something. There are guys that get off on that. I don't know why, but I don't have my wife calling
That's
me
crazy.
names. And you shit, but it happens. Like me and my wife, we don't sit there, and throw names and shit at each other like that. No,
What if she called
Absolutely
you that
not.
one day? You like pissed her off.
I'm gonna go faster and harder.
No, like you were not even like sexual though. Like if you like forget to pick up something or didn't do the dishes or something, she called you that. What would you do?
She called me that with the A. She called me that with the hard A, never the hard R.
The
But
hard
she-
R
she-
would be wild.
I look at her, I'd be like, oh, I would call the S word. If she ever called me that shit. Nah, but like she a couple of times she said that word, but it wasn't with the hard R. And I was like, the first time I heard her say that,
What? Vinegar?
no, the N word.
Vinegar?
You said, what's the S word? You ever heard of the term spick and span? That first word. See, I had to kind of just juggle around the
What,
censorship. Yeah, that word. Hey, look, let's not be. Listen,
Spick.
we gotta try to.
Spick, spick,
don't
spick,
do that.
spick, spick.
I swear, if you get us canceled, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like I'm trying to like juggle around things. I have to be. Hold on, Skinless. You said I thought it had some about a door that floats. Well, unless you're like a refugee from Cuba or some shit. But can you imagine, Real? Let me ask you: Have you ever used names in the act?
No.
No, you just do to do. See, you're more of a conventional, old school type of like, that type. You don't sit there, go to the extremes, and get swings and ropes and obstacle courses and shit in your room just so you can get a nut off. No, see, I like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think all we have is handcuffs. Yeah, that's all we
We
got.
don't have those no more.
We don't have them. Then where are they? Did we didn't pack them up?
No, you threw them away, remember?
We threw them away. Are
What'd
we
you
gonna
throw
get
away?
more?
No,
Handcuffs. She said she knows it. Are we gonna get handcuffs?
no,
So what are we gonna do?
nothing.
We're gonna do nothing. Okay.
Yeah, you're grounded, dude.
Why am I grounded? I didn't even do anything. Just can't do anything now, it seems. All right, this next one, voyeurism and exhibitionism. Now, this one is just when you're running around, walking around naked when you have no problems. Scanley, you said, I just remember with my ex, I got off thinking they were a lower rank than me. Ooh.
What the hell?
This man is going to jail. All right, I'm gonna skip the voyeurism. That's basically like walking around naked, going to places with your ass out and shit like that. This next one, I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna move on to cuckolding. Now, I think we know that term all too well. Cuckolds, man. Cucks. Johnson, that was like Johnson's favorite word. He used to call people a cuck. It says, yes, you may have heard the term. Ooh. Not razzling dazzling, no. Anyway, number 12, cuckolding is basically, it says, you may have heard the term cuck thrown around as an alt-right slur. It's unfortunate since cuckolding is a common kink that anyone can enjoy. Traditionally speaking, in the gendered terms, cuckolding is when a husband watches his wife, which is the hot wife, has sex with someone else that's the bull. Now, the husband, also known as the cuck, may get to watch, but he is emasculated and not allowed to participate. So you got to sit there, watch your wife get railed out by a bull, and you can't do nothing but just sit there. It is often a form of erotic humiliation. I don't know. Yeah, see, Cream God, the one that basically was Cream God that one time. Where is Cream God? We gotta invite him on the show because, dude, that dude, when he told me the story, when he was watching his wife get railed out, I thought that was like wild work.
How many
But
likes?
yeah. Right now at 3.7K,
Okay.
which is pretty dope. Yeah, but 3.7K, not bad. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get some people on the show as I go along, see what happens. If they show, they show. They don't. Try to get some of my regulars on here. I'm not watching my wife get railed out. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm not. You couldn't pay me enough to do that shit. But some guys and some people get off on it. They really do. It says, it's a form of erotic humiliation. The female version of a cuck is known as the cuck queen. However, all genders can enjoy being the cuck, the hot wife, and the bull. All right, Rio, are you the hot wife or the bull?
None.
Yo,
You're the
this
queen?
plane was
I'm not the
shot
cuck queen.
down.
Wait, what?
This plane was shot down by a missile.
I believe it. You do realize I'm on the show, right?
Okay.
I don't.
Metro jet.
I'm gonna ignore you anyway. Erotic humiliation. It says erotic humiliation lets you reclaim embarrassment by getting off on it. Now, humiliation play is a consensual power exchange that is very typical fetish. It can help people heal parts of themselves that may have been bullied as a child. There's a sense of mastery over something that may have previously been non-consensual. Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh, you're just watching today. It's all good, Watts. It's all good. The next one is spectrophilia, having a thing for ghost.
What the fuck?
Who's fucking a ghost out there? If you could, all right, let me ask you. If you could fuck any female ghost, hot, like, I don't know, historical figure, who would it be as a ghost? That's kind of like what,
Ghosts aren't real.
huh?
That shit's fake.
Ghost. Have you ever seen Ghostbusters?
No.
So you don't believe in the paranormal?
No.
Okay, gotcha. It says spectrophilia refers to having a thing for ghosts because sometimes humans aren't worth it. It usually involves the fantasy of a spirit, but sometimes people believe they actually have sex with one night. Remember that scene from Scary Movie where that chick was having the sex with the ghost in the first movie? Yeah. It says traditionally a succubus refers to a female sex ghost. Now, an incubus is a male ghost that has sex with humans as they sleep. I've watched Ghostbusters many a time. I do believe in the paranormal. Captain J said, why do you think they call it Ghostbusters? This man's a genius. And I love the song, the Ghostbusters song, because there's a line in it, I kid you not, Rio, and there's a line in the song that says, busting makes me feel good. As referring to like busting ghosts, but when he said that line in the song, yo, I was like, ain't no way. This man said, he said, busting makes you feel good. Oh my God. All right, this next one, dominance and submission. Ooh, now dominance and submission, I don't know. You're either the sub or the dom. Rio, are you the sub or are you the dom?
We all know what you are. That's what you're asking.
No. Okay, so then what am I then? What am I? Am I the sub or the dom?
The sub power bottom.
No, fuck, I'm not. Hey, don't be saying that shit out. You're going to be giving people the wrong idea. Listen, I ain't none of that. I'm none of that. I'm not. Anyway, number 15, dominance and submission. Dominance and submission refers to a consensual erotic power exchange between two or more people. Although it may sound scary, due to consent and safety precautions, Kinkster engaged in a DS scene can be safer than a vanilla hookup. Now, anytime that we are talking about power control, that is the safest kind of sex that partners can have because there's so much communication. Yeah, when you're doing like BDSM, that you're talking and you're communicating with your partner back and forth, like choke me harder, spank me harder, put it in deeper, some crazy shit like that. I've watched an unhealthy amount of porn and I can see it. I need help. But Skinless, you said if a chick can't take lead, that's just boring. I've heard that. Like some guys have chicks that's just a straight starfish. I don't know. Just lay there and let you do all the work. Now, I don't know. I'm not asking Rio no more questions, but let me ask all of you in general. Who does most of the work when it comes to the encounter? Is it you or is it her? Who's doing most of the work? Because that definitely plays a role. Now, some guys like when the woman does all the work and like and vice versa. You know what I mean? But when it comes to dom and subs, there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of talking. Now, a lot of people don't like talking during sex, which is completely understandable. You just want to get the deed done, and that's it. Nobody want to sit there and have a conversation on how to do things, like a instruction manual or some shit like that. Now, you said, Skinless, you said that's me most of the time. Talking during is the best. What are you guys talking, like fucking stocks? See, that you're not having a whole conversation. I hope not. Like, you're just sitting there and you're communicating safe words and stuff like that. I guess so. All right, this next one is a little odd. Oh God, this one is definitely odd, and I think anybody that participates in this definitely needs some help. Autonepiophilia. It means adult babies. You ever see got people that like to dress up as adult, like babies, as an adult, like they wear the diaper, they got the pacifier, they put themselves in the playpen. People like that shit. I'm telling you right now, I am not dressing up in no diaper. I am not walking around with a pacifier in my mouth. Skinless, you said we discussed how the Harry Potter books were better than the movies during sex. Are you serious? So you're sitting there railing her out and you're like, yo, you ever got the special edition on DVD? Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Bro, not during sex. Nobody is discussing Harry Potter during sex. Now, all right, now back to this weird shit right here. Autonepiophilia, I guess that's what it's called. These harmless beings like to wear a crinkly diaper and often have a mommy or other nurturing dominant figure take care of them. It's okay if it's not your thing, but as Kinksters like to say, don't yuck someone else's yum. I'm yucking the fuck out of that because that's disgusting. I'm not dressing up in a goddamn diaper so my wife can sit there and breastfeed me in her lap. I'm not doing that. That's crazy work. All right, looks like Skinless Chicken wants to get on. Let's see, but that's crazy work. All right, number 17 is urophilia. It's the fancy name for being peed on. Now we know one particular person that likes to participate in this. All right, Skinless. Now that you're on live, what's up?
You know somebody like that?
R. Kelly. Did you not? I don't know anybody.
Well, I thought he was the dude peeing on people, not being peed on.
Yeah.
Now check it. Now when Bells was on last night, she said she knew someone that like to shit on other people or like to get shitted
That's
on.
fucking crazy.
Oh, I didn't know.
A scat player.
I thought she said she knew people that, or not literally knew someone that did it. I thought she was just saying there's people out there that like to get shat on.
I think no. When I asked her, I am more than certain she said she knew someone that
What if it
engaged
was her?
in
What if
it.
it was her?
I hope not. I really hope not. So urophilia is a fancy name for piss play, golden showers, and water sports. Often during piss play, there's a degree of domination and submission. Now, for example, you may see a businessman going to his dominatrix to get peed on after a long day of barking orders. Can you imagine? You know, we have a hard day of work. We just want to go home, kick our feet off, play some video games. I don't know, drink, have a drink. But no, this guy likes to just go home and get peed on.
I definitely feel like that's Jesus.
So shit. Oh my God! You know what? I felt that. I honestly think he engages in that shit. I honestly think that is his thing. Let me see what else it says here.
He has to pay
Others
people to do it. He can't just get someone to do it.
No. He's got to invite like people over to watch the dog.
Maybe that's why he has so many dogs over there.
Maybe that's the code. See. That's so creepy. It says others integrate the kink into romantic relationships. Now, quote, my partner got me into weeing on each other early in our relationship, says Anushka Lee. Now, they go to say, I remember feeling a mixture of thoughts and emotions, all the taboos and stereotype of it being a dirty act for a dirty old man combined with a feeling of intense excitement and arousal. How do you get aroused for somebody peeing on you?
Oh, yeah, you
Bro, I
that you little toilet. Like get pissed.
Hey, damn. You smell like apple juice today.
Oh, you had asparagus, didn't you? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. You know, when they say different strokes for different folks, they mean that shit. They really do. Now, this next one, I don't get either. Sadism and masochism is referring to a sadist who gets off on inflicting pain. Like BD, it's SM, but it's not BDSM. I listen. Nobody's putting hot pennies on my back at all. I swear to God, if you get off on that shit, imagine you with this crazy wild goth chick, and she likes when you brand her from doggy. Like, are you doing it? She wants you to put hot items on her back while you're back there. Probably. Are you doing it? But it's the best you've ever had. But this chick is crazy. Are you doing it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Holy shit. It says, as always, S&M relationships require consent from all parties involved. Now, once all parties feel enthusiastic about what's about to go down, S&M can look like impact play, erotic humiliation, or dripping hot wax on one another. I ain't doing the hot wax thing. The hot wax thing? Mm-mm. Which is the next one, wax play, and dripping hot candle wax on your lover. No.
I had this one chick that scratched the fuck out of my back And I couldn't
I mean,
even
how
focus on like what I was doing because it was hurting so bad.
let me, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think when she's not scratching your back, I don't think you're doing it right. Now, if she's sitting there, Thundercat clawing your fucking back, then you're doing something right. You're doing something right. I don't know. But if you're not getting clawed,
Yeah, and then it burns
back to the right hand.
when you go to take a shower.
No, fuck that. No one's scratching me.
Get the fuck off me. Oh my god. He said nobody's scratching me. Listen, there's times that shit hurts. And there's times where you gotta be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I get it, it's intense, but the scratching and shit. And then James, you're talking whips and chains, dude. This ain't the 1860s. I'm not doing whips and chains, buddy. I knew a dude back in Alaska. His name was Val, right? Now what he did was, and he did this shit on the side. When they did a health and welfare inspection of his room, the dude had masks and whips and chains in his closet. What he used to do as a side hustle, he used to tie fat bitches up at their house because he liked big girls. And what he did was he would go to their house.
He tied him up and fucking put a cheeseburger like 5 feet from him and left.
No, so he did tie him up, and he taught us knots that the army doesn't even teach you. This dude would go to women's houses, and they're usually thick, big women, and he would tie them up like, you know, the rotisserie chicken you see at like Chinatown, the hanging ducks and shit. He would tie them up and suspend them in the air.
How's that even possible?
And I was like, huh?
How's that even how do you do that?
Well, it has to be into like a stud on the ceiling, otherwise it'd break.
I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he would tie them up, and they would pay him to do it.
How much?
And I'm like,
I'm asking.
He never disclosed the amount, but it worked. But when they found the chains and the mask in his room, like the ball gag mask and all that shit, and then, you know, the things, they were like, what the fuck you got going on in here?
There was one time we did not a health and welfare, but it was a room inspection. And one of the NCOs opened his drawer and there's a silicone butthole in the door. That shit was funny as fuck.
Bro, like, that's why I hate checking rooms, dude, because you don't know what the fuck you're going to find in those things. Like, silicone assholes. Like, you go outside and touch grass or something. Go find a girl. Why are you buying this shit?
A suction cup asshole?
No, a suction cup. Wow. I don't get it. I don't get it. This next one, Vererophilia, is the infamous cannibal kink. It means getting turned on by fantasies of eating someone, and the subject has made headlines last year due to an assault allegations against Armie Hammer. He's the actor. I'm not gonna read that one. Like, you get off on eating someone, I think it's crazy. I mean, you could eat someone, you know,
that's
not like cannibalize them. That's insane. This next one, Chirophilia, is one of those kinks that sound more far out. It simply refers to an attraction to hands, whether you go for big, hairy hands or soft, dainty, manicured ones. I don't know. I think for me, hands is a big turn on.
You like hairy palms?
No, I don't like hairy palms. I like smooth hands. Hairy palms, really?
I had a chick tell me that one time. Like, she said that she liked my hands because she could see my veins in my hands.
Damn. That's a first.
Not because like I'm fucking like white as fuck or nothing. You know what I mean? Like puffing out.
No. I got it. It's just I never heard that before. Like I don't know. I think when it comes to a woman, I think hands is a very big attraction because the hands will give you a sense of the type of touch. You know what I mean? Because that's a big one of the love languages, like touch.
Alexandria says
so like
arms.
Arms? That's another one. I mean, look, some arms are toned. Sometimes you got, like, some people like the flab aspect. Some people like the arms. Okay, she said when the veins show. Because there's something, when women see veins showing, it shows power. It shows energy.
He likes the veins too, but it's somewhere else.
No, you're the one that, like, that's the reason why you like Snickers.
Oh, you get beat.
No, that's why. Fuck no, dude.
Hey, Eddie eats his Snickers upside down so he can feel the texture on his tongue.
That's insane. I can put the fuck. Man, you're the one that suck all the caramel out of a Snickers before you even eat the thing. See, and like Watt said, it's strength. Like, in other words, like what you, Skinless, you said that she likes the veins because she sees strength. If some women don't like guys with like feministic looking hands because it looks like they don't do work or anything like that. So like in the case with Watt, she likes to see veins because It shows power, it shows masculinity, it shows like if she needs to be lifted up in the air, he can do it without struggling, kind of deal. I'm just saying that's I can understand why the vein part. Now this next kink, pregnancy kink,
Oh hell no.
that's insane. Yeah, that's a pregnancy kink. Yeah, trust me. It says yes, pregnancy can be the result of sex, but it can also turn people on. Pregnancy kinks include a desire to get someone pregnant, known as a breeding fetish, and an attraction to pregnant people. How are you attracted to a pregnant woman? I can't. I don't understand.
You gotta think about you're doing them. Like, is your pecker gonna poke the baby in its soft spot? It's gonna come out retarded.
Holy shit. Yeah, and then the baby comes out stuttering and shit because of all the rocking back and forth and shit. Look.
Oh, I think that happened to.
Hey, Eddie don't have to worry about that. His shit ain't going at all.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No, I don't understand how getting turned on by a pregnant woman. Now, if it's your own woman, like your wife or whatever, because, women go through an immense changeover of hormones and stuff. And, some guys get off on that. If it's your own wife, I understand. But if you're a stranger in the street and you see a pregnant woman, you're like, damn. And you're not even looking at her ass. You're looking at how big her belly is. You got some serious issues.
You could say when you look at a pregnant woman, it's like beautiful because, yeah,
because pregnant women have a glow. You know what I mean? Like, you ever heard like somebody selling pregnant women? Like,
what about a pregnant man?
That's even worse.
That's
I don't know.
Transportation people.
Yeah, that's for the that's a transportation question. I'm not going to answer, but if you get off on a stranger, pregnant woman, a stranger, that's to me is crazy work. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't see it. I don't know what's worse, the feet or fetishizing over a pregnant woman. I don't know. But it says the former is with an element of riskiness. There's a permanent potential to be forever with a consequence of unprotected heterosexual intercourse. The latter may simply be an attraction to a pregnant body, or it could be a type of age play. I don't know about that age play shit either. That's off the wall. Anyway, number 23, tentacles. Yes, tentacles. Now, if you guys love anime, anime corn, tentacles. If you ever gone into a corn search, black hole, you may have stumbled upon anime tentacle corn, and yes, it's okay to find it arousing. Don't worry, you don't need an actual octopus to enjoy tentacle play. Whose fucking octopus is out there?
I think hentai is cool because it's like so exaggerated,
It really is, dude. Like, because you've seen scenes in anime hentai where like the dude will put it in and shit come out of her mouth. Now, in what possible realm is that possible?
The fact that you know that, Eddie, that's wild.
I told you, I've watched an unhealthy amount of corn. I told you this.
What about the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Who the fuck? I'm not watching. That's like watching Barney the Dinosaur corn. I'm not watching that either. Oh my god, the fact that Foster's for Imaginary Friends is a corn is scarier than the hentai that's actually on TV. God damn it. Oh my god. It says you don't need an actual octopus for this. You said there are lovely sex toy companies such as Bad Dragon who makes body-safe silicone tentacle dildos for you. So hey, if anybody wants a tentacle toy, you can go on that website and you could go find one. That's what it says. That's not coming from me. I'm not advertising for them. Now this next one, age play. I don't know. I think the age play is a little creepy and borderline.
Well, how old are we talking right now?
I don't know. I'm gonna read and we could use our imaginations on that one. It says age play is easy to be creeped out at, but it's so common that you don't even realize it. Now, if a lover has ever called you baby, you've engaged in age play. But for people who really get into age play, it may look more like a daddy dom baby girl situation where the roles are more pronounced. Now, remember in our book, baby, daddy, and mommy can all be gender neutral, so pick your favorite. And they say age play is not pedo, but it reminds that she said it is consensual play. I'm not calling. I don't even like calling my wife baby. I just call her hun. I don't even call her baby. I just say hun.
Talking like an 18-year-old with like a 65-year-old.
That's what I kind of thought too, but that's not the case. It's just using particular words, like mommy. Like, if you're like, I know for Hispanics, right? Like some women be like, "Ay, papi," and then some women be like, "Hi, mommy."
Do that again. Do the other one first. Do it again.
Why am I doing that? Hey, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Colombian
But you
chick.
get what I'm saying. Oh God. Oh, they're dangerous.
They say
They are dangerous.
papacito.
But yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like when you think mommy and poppy, right? You think mother and father. So can you imagine some chick is calling you poppy? Now, obviously, she's calling you daddy, but it's like, especially if you have a daughter, right? If you have a daughter, right, and the woman you messing with is, or you're married to, the baby mother, whatever, is calling you poppy. It hits differently. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you ever seen the
it's kinda
videos where the chick would be like, "Can you pass me the salt, daddy?" And then like both the boyfriend and the actual dad like at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few videos like that. I'm like, oh wait, see that's why you should not use mommy and daddy during sex, because that could be very awkward, especially at Thanksgiving when you're sitting there reaching for fucking salt.
I mean,
Hey, give me the
what?
gravy.
Whatever.
I mean, what?
Give me the gravy, daddy, and then both. Like, come on, that's insane. All right, this next one, emetophilia. It's a sexual fetish in which one gets aroused by vomit. Yes, it's real
Next.
and it's more common than you think.
Fuck.
All right, a lighter version of this may play out as finding it a turn on if someone gags during a BJ.
Okay.
Say that again. Say that word again. That's a funny word. Say it.
Why do you want me to say certain words? Is that some weird kink you have?
No, it's just
you have this
funny.
weird. What, BJ?
BJ.
How can somebody get off on vomiting, dude? Especially during a BJ.
Do you
I
believe
think
there's a
if-
dinosaur on Barney named BJ? Crazy.
Yeah, the yellow dinosaur, BJ. Oh, yo, it kills me. That didn't age very well. And I don't even know what the hell BJ stands for with his name. And so anybody can interpret it as anything. Like
A
blow
beach?
James, blow beach.
Whoa! What'd you say the first one?
You getting the beach tonight or what?
James.
Oh, dude.
Beads.
Whoa.
A beach.
No, I wish I was getting a beach. Are you getting a beach tonight or what?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. All right, yeah, I don't know how people get off on vomit. That's gross. Let me tell you something. If she's down there and doing the deed and she throws up on you, I think that's a deal breaker. I think that's the end. But some guys will sit there and keep going.
Yeah, like
and they're
actual
oh.
throw up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some guys will sit there and keep going and keep going. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, that's disgusting. Once that happens, you pull out. That's it.
That's if you're
I don't wanna
gonna
see-
to make her do that.
I don't want to see chicken tender
Well,
pieces.
it's because
on my
he has
dick.
never done it. That's why he's like, he thinks it's weird.
Come on, think about it. Do you want to see chicken tender pieces on your dick?
Well,
I don't.
mean, you can't even get them on yours. It's literally impossible.
She'll have your shit look like a chili dog. It's covered in cheese, and oh, I don't want to see that shit.
Better than the chili ring.
For those who don't know what a chili ring is, hey Rio, why don't you educate our guests on exactly what a chili ring is?
You do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I want you to do it. I'm always describing everything. You're the co-host. I want you to tell. You brought it up. What's a chili ring?
Well, it's like what is it called?
And the king is back.
Funyuns.
Oh, he's on. Okay, cool.
Okay, let me help you guys with the chili ring. So this was originated by a guy that we knew back in Italy.
Oh,
He
shit.
coined this. He coined this term. A chili ring is basically the edge of an asshole, like a ring. It looks like a little ring. And what did he mention with that? He said something about chili, pouring chili on it, or some shit like that. Or just when it's spicy. I don't know, some weird shit. This dude was a weirdo. But yeah, he coined the term chili ring. And Watts, you're right. Who wants to clean that shit up after vomit?
They
all
lick it
over
up.
the place.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Some people will do that. Like a dog, you better clean that shit up. The dog eats his own vomit. All right, this next one, clismophilia, is the arousal.
I gotta start.
Mesothelioma is going to be the next one.
Mesophilia, what? No, that's not good. Anyway, clismophilia is the arousal for enemas.
Sorry, then.
Some folks, usually those who enjoy receiving anal, will prep beforehand with an enema. I'm not fucking with no enema.
You don't got a
Anything
bidet
back-
in your house?
No, in Korea, in Korea they don't use bidets. There's no bidet here. Surprisingly, there's no bidet. I'm actually shocked. All right, this next one, I'm gonna skip the other one because that's weird. Unless you like enemas, then you might as well like plugs too. The next one, electrostimulation.
Oh, dude. The fucking jumper cables on your nuts.
Bro, that
Hell
was
no.
fuck.
Oh hell no. It says electrostimulation is pretty common kink. It involves using electricity for sexual purposes. What are you, a fucking Pikachu? Like,
Does
who
the
hell wants to
positive or
sit there-
negative go on the left or right nut?
You want to find that out? I'm not. I don't. It says yes, and it can be done safely using kink toys such as through a violet wand for sexual gratification. It tends to be part of a bigger dominant sub dynamic. I don't think I want to be shocked by that. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, let me ask you guys something. Would you guys try at least one time to get shocked on the nipples or in your chili ring or?
No.
Why would I want to do that?
Hey, he's saying that because he's thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Eddie's into all kinds of shit, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't want to say it.
Dresses, skirts.
They call him Freaky E.
So
Yeah, he doesn't want to say it until somebody else says it.
Listen. The dress thing was only one time. The dress thing was one time, all right?
I mean, if you can do a dress, there's no telling how far you're gonna go, buddy.
Y'all are insane. Y'all need to get together.
We're trying, Watch. We're trying. I told you, this is the norm of the show. Okay, the dress thing. All right, I was playing around with the dress thing.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Yeah, he was. He lifted the back end up of it. He lifted the back end up.
I had shorts on under the dress, and I wasn't completely. No, I did. I had shorts on. Okay.
How do we
tell
know?
us anything, man?
Yeah, how do we know?
I'm telling you. I don't want to sit here in front. I had shorts on. I had shorts on. Right? Moving right along. All right, look, I went through the 28 kinks and bullshit. Right now, I got stories. People are revealing their sexual experiences they most regret. Now, do anybody have a sexual experience that they regret on this show? We just hit an hour, by the way.
Yeah, this one.
Anybody like to share? Wait, whoa! I heard fat.
Holy shit! I just made it. Yeah, me.
Yeah, fat chick.
Okay, so what's the worst sexual experience you guys have had?
That's a difference. You said worst sex.
Fell asleep. It says no. I'm sorry, not the worst.
How about you stop asking us? You give yours.
You must be drunk.
You give us yours, Eddie. You've been asking us.
what?
You sure been asking us a whole lot with a smirk on your face. It's time.
Nah,
It's
she
my
had that. She
goddamn
had
show.
that walk. She had that walk.
Nah, I think it was my first time, dude. I couldn't barely even get in. It was a lot of flap.
Look, if a
It
chick
was
don't
bad.
put you to sleep, she's not doing her job.
Wait, if she put you to sleep?
If she don't put you to sleep, she's not doing her job.
If she doesn't have your toes curling, she's not doing her job.
That's it.
Oh wow.
That's
You're
it.
just sitting there like a starfish. All right.
I have to break your fucking toes off.
Oh.
I was throwing out gang signs.
Have your toes touching your belly button and shit.
I don't know what you into, but nah, that's a little too extreme, buddy.
Eddie's in the belly
With the
button.
I don't do
Just
belly
touching belly
You
buttons.
sure been
Weird.
talking a lot about belly buttons though. With the smirk
Listen,
on
you're
your
the one
face.
that likes to. You're the one that said you like licking Kool-Aid out of people's belly buttons. Listen,
Wait, I missed that part.
Is it grape Kool-Aid or watermelon?
gotta ask why is it green?
Harry.
Gotta have a flavor, you know.
We don't go by
Kool-Aid out of the
flavor.
belly
We
button.
just
Y'all
say
know belly buttons are
purple.
dirty, right?
green.
Hey, wait, watch. What was that?
Y'all know belly buttons are dirty, right?
Yeah, they are.
But you gotta
people
you can
get
clean
stuff
them.
out of it.
Y'all don't clean your
You
belly
could
button?
clean it, but it's still always
They
dirty.
they get dirty regardless. Lint can get stuck in your belly button
You just got
Yeah,
linty
exactly.
from
Kool-Aid.
your clothes,
It's
dirt,
okay.
sweat.
It's linty Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Ew.
Unless you have like
Listen,
an Audi.
It could be
belt.
worse. It could be worse, you know.
An Audi, you gotta suck on it.
There's niggas down here licking butts, so you know, it's okay.
It's like a bonus. An Audi would be like a bonus clip or something. Like, I don't know if you want to do that.
Hey, once the grape Kool-Aid is added,
What is with you in this Kool-Aid shit? Are you drinking Kool-Aid out of people's belly buttons?
I didn't say that. That was real. Trying to frame me for shit. And watch gonna think I was drunk.
He's already getting framed.
Oh
You
my
don't have to frame him on the show, man.
All right, man. Please look. Just stay away from belly buttons. All right, just don't bother. All right. So I pulled up an
When you
article
stay away from
BuzzFeed.
dresses, I'll stay away from belly buttons.
That was one time, dude. One time.
That's all it takes.
And I was brave enough
Yeah.
to post it because I don't give a shit. But it's not like I'm out there on the corner with the dress on, with Converses on. I'm not selling myself out there. It was a joke. All right, look. Anyway, I got an article. I got an article pulled up from BuzzFeed. It's saying that people are revealing. This is an article of people revealing the sexual experiences they most regret, and some wild stories were shared. Now, this was published on March of 2022 by Stephen LeConte. So I'm gonna read some of these wild stories. I'm pretty sure James can relate to like half the damn stories on here.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this first one. Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. This first story, going out in public with one of those remote control vibrators. The vibrating part kept shifting from where it should be while I was walking, and I was so paranoid about it slipping out and falling out of my pant leg, so I couldn't enjoy how it felt. You know, there are people out there walking around with roses and other weird shit.
I seen they used to do like a little challenge on YouTube with men making their girlfriends wear the little vibrating underwear out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to
Noted.
see that.
Dang.
I seen one where this woman was at a mall and she couldn't even contain herself. It looked like she had to go use the little girls' room. She kept like twitching her leg and shit. Like it was so intense.
I seen one
fucking
on a YouTube channel called Austin Loves Train, and this dude was wearing it, and his wife was.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was it
That shit was
called?
crazy.
Austin Loves Trains.
Austin Loves Trains, 1985. Yeah, that's what the account was called.
Oh, you're talking. That ain't me. Well, fuck you. That is not me. Get out of here with that shit. All right, this
All right,
next
buddy.
story. You guys are weird, man. It's amazing. Number 2, I was seeing this girl for a short amount of time, and I am talking 3 dates. Now, she asked me to come hang out at her place. We were in her room and she started making out, and then she got my clothes off and said she will be right back. She comes back in a panda onesie. She is giggling and then climbs on top of me. She just keeps giggling. Needless to say, I was not really turned on, and then she undoes a front flap and climbs on top. I think it would have felt better if we had discussed that first, but to spring it on me was weird. So she was a furry. So she comes out in a panda costume, and in the front there's a flap where he could go ahead and do, get his shit in there and fuck the panda. Who's doing that? Who's dressing up in costumes?
I dressed up as Batman one time.
Well, you are in Korea. You could try
Listen, why would I do that?
it. You're gonna dress up
Have you
as a
dressed up-
dog, and we're gonna put you on the stove.
That's fucked up. Why? All right, this next one. Threesome in college. Now, everyone said we won't get weird about it, and then it got weird. There's got to be more to that. Oh, I guess there is no more to that. I think it did just get weird, I guess. I don't know what the fuck happened. I wish it gave me more detail. But anyway,
One
this next
pair of
story.
female shoes, 6 pair of guys' shoes. Yeah, did get weird.
That sounds like a personal experience.
I didn't say that. Trying to frame me again.
Hey, listen. All right, number 4. We were fooling around in the kitchen. Now, somehow or another, chocolate syrup ended up on my dick. She removed it with her mouth. A lot more chocolate syrup entered the encounter. It was like being super glued together. It was horrible. We had to waddle in unison while I was inside of her to the shower to use the hot water to get it off. Seemed fun. It was not.
That was just
Chocolate syrup? How much syrup did you
Did they
use? Like
use
the whole
glue?
bottle? No, they said it felt like being super glue because she used so much chocolate that when she put her mouth on his dick, she couldn't even like suck it because it got so built up. Oh, but wait a minute. But it also said we had to waddle in unison while I was inside of her. So in other words, her mouth got stuck. Like his dick is in her mouth and it got stuck. She couldn't pull it out. So they had to like shuffle while she's down there. They had to shuffle to get to the shower so they can undo that. Can you imagine that?
Sounds like she was having the time of her life.
She sure had a mouthful.
I think Alexander knows about it.
Shit, chocolate syrup. I know now not to use that, and if so, not don't use too much. Listen, I don't know. What is your take on food when it comes to sex? Do you think food and sex mix?
Well, Pop Rocks. Oh, dude,
Funny.
blowjob. Have her put Pop Rocks in and then get a blowjob from it.
Or the fruit roll up? The fruit roll up? Yes, Bells. The chocolate did harden in her mouth and on his dick.
You guys
He
know
was-
there's like
he must have been
sensational
hardened,
oil,
too.
right?
Yeah, he was hardened. His shit turned into a real Snicker bar.
Y'all know there's like sensational oils, right?
Yeah, there is. Yes.
Baby oil. No.
There are some baby oil. Whoa.
Who said that?
Somebody said. I heard somebody say baby oil. All Diddy, huh? All Diddy. And Watts. Yeah, I don't know what. I think in the moment, I think somebody has to leave. But it'll be a funny story to tell when it's all done. And I'm pretty sure they'll never use chocolate syrup again, especially if it's like Bosco or something like that. Whatever brand they use. It said this next one.
Probably
filming
use a
it.
cheap brand.
Don't even use that. That might. Well, no, the cheap brand might not be as thick, so maybe that might work. Get the great value Walmart brand chocolate, and then your shit break out. All right, next one, number 5, filming it. Those actors in the movies deserve some respect. We look like two sea lions jumping on top of each other. So they tried to film their sexual encounter like the real corn, and they just look stupid doing it. So they said they're like two sea lions jumping on each other. So they both had to be fat and flopping on each other. That's what I'm thinking. Listen, have you guys ever filmed yourself having sex? I'm afraid to. I think that shit would look so awkward.
Yeah.
Watching my balls flap back and forth. I don't think I could watch that. But it's weird because we can watch other people do it in a video.
Definitely.
But would you guys watch yourselves do it? Bells, you said yes. Now, have you done that before? You said that pretty quickly. Skinless, would you film yourself and watch yourself?
Watch, yeah, because like I'll review it, be like, oh yeah, I could have done that a little bit better. Yeah.
Go to
What is
instant
it, a fucking
replay.
AAR?
I really like that part. Okay, I'll continue doing that. All right.
Like, damn, I should have raised her leg a little bit higher. Maybe or some shit. Give me yourself
Next
an
time.
AAR.
Next
It's
time.
crazy.
Next time.
Next slide. Yo, that's crazy. I don't think I could film myself doing that. I think,
Yeah, we all say it until we do.
yeah, when that time does come. James, you sound like you'll film yourself a couple of times. I know
Who,
Rio
me?
will. Yeah.
Nah, man.
You never did that? You never filmed yourself? I know Rio did it.
I would never do such a thing.
Yeah.
You think if your wife introduced the idea, she was like, James, let's film ourselves, would you do it?
What are you talking about?
wanted
What wife?
to. Filming yourselves having sex and then watching it later. Like making your own corn. Would you do it?
I don't know what you're talking about. What wife?
Never mind.
You confused me with somebody else, dude.
All right. Any chick that is like, yo, let's film ourselves and watch it later.
Yeah, I do it.
Woof.
Now, Bells, you said, wait, Bells, you said yes and watched after and had seconds. Oh, wow. See, somebody did it, and somebody did it and had the gall to say it. Belle says she did it and filmed herself and watched it later. Some people do it. I mean, make your own video. Why not? Shit, she did it. I commend that. Number 6.
And the ass
wax.
right angles, though, to be honest.
Well, that's why what are you, fucking Steven Spielberg? Look, you just set it up on a tripod at one angle, and that's it. Or if you want to be crazy, tape it to your ceiling, make sure it don't fall on your back. Tape the phone to the ceiling and just record it. Or put it on like a little, make it like a little makeshift swing, and then just like.
I could tape it to my
Hey,
head.
Eddie's got to tape a magnifying glass to that tripod though.
That's wild, man. Don't talk about yourself like that. Hell no. That is insanity. Nah, I'm good, man. Thank you. All right, number 6, hot wax. I thought I could take the pain because I like other kinds of stuff. However, it burned like a bitch and ended up spilling all over my bed. 0 out of 10. How much wax are you using? Did you take like a whole Yankee candle and fucking pour it on your back or something like that? Like that. Wax in the bed, I think, is dangerous. If you're gonna do some weird shit like that, do it on the floor. Don't do it on the bed. What if you burn the bed? There's wax on the bed. It's ridiculous. All right, number 7. Almost got with 2 dudes on a wild spring break trip in Florida. Damn, we need to do a spring break video episode. All right, so she got with 2 dudes during spring break. All right, Bells, you said y'all doing too much. Just give it to your girl or spouse. She's going to hit them angles. Ooh. You need to be on this show more often. Now, this woman here, number 7, almost got with 2 dudes on a wild spring break trip in Florida. It was hot up until they got their condoms on and the reality of what was happening hit. And then I freaked out a bit because I realized I didn't want to go further, but I don't think I ever said stop. I think I just kind of froze and looked freaked out. I'll never forget the gentle reassurance of the one young man. He quickly stopped, told the other dude, hey man, it's off. And I wasn't shamed or made to feel stupid or anything. We actually kept partying and partied the rest of the week together and had a great time. I guess, like, at that point, you're like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You're about to sit here and get railed out. I might as well, like, let's just stop. And I'm glad that the guys had the mental fortitude to just be like, yeah, let's stop. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. This next one, number 8, a threesome with 2 other girls. I realized quickly that I am, in fact, very straight. Wow. So he had to test to see if he was gay. And he had the threesome. He was like, yeah, I'm very straight. I mean, some people are confused in the state, and that's why like some people who are kind of confused, they sit there and they go try it, and then they don't make it all the way, and they're like, yeah, I'm straight. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Let me go back to where I was. Let me go.
Before going,
What's that?
They would finish before they'd be like, yeah, I'm straight.
What the fuck?
Because if you finish now, you're not straight no more. You're
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some people stop themselves before it gets too far, and then they're like, okay, yeah, I'm not down with that. I stop. Pause. Let me get my money back.
Finish.
Holy shit, we're almost at 10,000 likes. We only got like 1,000 more. All right, this next one. I asked my ex to scratch my back once. She clawed the shit out of me, and I was like, actually, never do that again. Hey, was that you, Skinless? Was that you?
Skinless chicken?
I never told her.
Yeah.
Never told her like don't do that shit again. I just that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sometimes that shit hurt, man. But you got to think like it's a painful reward, because if she's clawing the fuck out of your back like Garfield with lasagna, then you're obviously doing something right. I don't know.
I ended up like pinning her arms behind her head to get her to stop.
It's like no. All right, number 10. This person said they had sex on the Great Wall of China at night under the stars. It was pretty romantic until we finished and realized there were workers cleaning the wall less than 20 feet from us. We definitely saw and heard us, and we politely waiting for us to finish so they could do their jobs. No, they weren't politely waiting for you to finish. They were watching the entire time while you were on the wall fucking.
If they could eat anything, Chinese.
My thing is
but the funny thing is they had to climb up on top of the wall to see it too, because they're so short.
God damn it! I think they were already on the wall.
I'm talking about the people that are watching.
Oh, that's crazy. But can you imagine, like, you're having sex somewhere in public, and the workers come by, and they're like, can you, they're just waiting for you to finish. They're watching you. They're whacking it on the wall, and then they're looking at them probably like, that's a big ding ding and a ting ting, and then you're just sitting there just railing out.
I just remembered something.
What's that?
It was a trip to Keystone. We were going up to snowboard, and we were getting busy, and we pulled off on the side of the road. It was like this little construction area. We thought nobody would pull in. We start doing our thing, and then a truck pulls up and stops right next to the fucking car. And my dumb ass, I'm all panicking, trying to pretend like I'm trying to look for something in the back seat. Like, please don't look.
Oh, he was watching. He was watching. How do you feel that some stranger got their nut off watching you?
He was there for
with someone.
a minute.
He was there for a minute. He wasn't knocking on your window to see if you're okay. He was sitting there trying to get his shit off. Or maybe he was trying to comprehend the whole situation. Like, yo, is this really happening? Because, sometimes human nature, you get like shocked. You're like stunned. And you're just sitting there in the moment wondering, like, what you're seeing is really real. And I guess that was probably it. Or he was just being a straight pervert.
I mean, I've seen giving a dude a blowjob behind a tree.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
When I was younger, I lived in these apartments, and there's like this field behind the apartment, and I could see. I looked out the back window, and I could see something moving behind the tree, and I could see. Like, I looked closer, and I could see it was a ponytail moving back and forth. And then I saw the dude, like part of the dude back of the dude's head. And I was like, I put two and two together and figured it out. I was like, oh, fuck it.
Oh, so it was a dude with a ponytail.
No.
Is this in Brooklyn?
It was in Queens.
No, don't throw Brooklyn and Queens under the fucking bus like that. So hold on. Just please tell me that the person with the ponytail was a woman.
I don't know. All I could see was the ponytail.
It could have been a dude.
Could have been.
Could have been a dude blowing a dude. I'm just saying, hey, so dudes wear ponytails? But man, that's traumatic to see at a young age. He said when you were younger. I hate to see that shit.
I was like an
all right, this next. Oh god, you must be traumatized. That's wild.
Seems about right.
It seems about right. That's shit. I don't know. There's certain shit you should not see as a kid. Number 11, scissoring. Sure, lesbian corn makes it look fun and it's fun to watch, but in practice, not so much. Just awkward, and honestly, I didn't feel anything. I always wondered that. Two women rubbing clits on each other. Do you feel that? Like, do they actually feel what's going on? Is it almost like rubbing two fish sticks together, or
no.
What? I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know where the fuck I saw it. But it was like a video, and they were talking about scissoring, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't feel like anything. It's just more of like a visual thing.
So you're telling me that everything that I've seen on in videos, all the exaggerated movements and noises is all fake.
Yeah, all porn.
So you don't feel shit.
They're trained.
It's just
You're trained. So scissoring does absolutely nothing. That is insane. Chico, welcome to the show. You came at the right time. But yeah, I guess scissoring is nothing. Okay, got it.
Except
Number
cheeks.
12. Using.
Cold.
Whoa. Whoa.
Nah, I'm just playing.
Yo, he said, hey, cheeks. Wow. Chico, I'm pretty sure you blushed when he just called you cheeks. That's wild work. Number 12, using honey. The instant it hits the skin, we were both like, oh no, this is a mistake. What are you, Winnie the fucking Pooh? If you put honey on each other, okay, baby oil is one thing. Chocolate, questionable. Honey is going to be diabolical work. That is terrible. Let me tell you something. If a chick pours honey on your shit, you might as well dump her. You might as well let that shit go.
what's wrong with that?
Honey, dude.
You never used sensational oil? It's kind of like honey, but it's flavored. You can get grape, you can get watermelon, you can get strawberry.
But bro, this is not sensational oil. They use actual honey. You know how thick that stuff is?
Yeah.
It's not
just have her lick
honey.
it off.
Dude, that
and
shit
she
will
called
take
you
forever.
honey after that.
Call you honey boo boo or fucking honey badger or
Honey nut Cheerio. Call her honey, you nut.
call you a honey nut Cheerio. Let me tell you, see, look at my little honey nut Cheerio. Could you pour a Cheerio on her asshole? So that every time she walks by, she's a little honey nut Cheerio.
I see you, Chico.
Anyway, number 13, sex outside. Me and my boyfriend at the time ended up with ant bites all over our legs. We were drunk and it was dark, so we didn't realize at the time it was happening. It got worse because I was lying down.
They definitely use honey.
Ants? No, that'd be more like bees. So basically, she had ants. I think she had ants in her butt and in her puss. I think that's what it sounded like because she said they were laying down. So can you imagine ants crawling on your shit down there? So you're sitting there mashing with ants on it.
Was that before she lay down or after she lay down?
I think she said it was dark outside. And they had bites. I think they realized they had the bites after the fact. So
she probably took him there because she realized the ants was already there.
No, it's dark outside, so they were probably just like ready to get their rocks off.
She know what she was doing.
Damn,
I'm pretty sure. No, but
hairline fucked up, Eddie.
yeah, I'm getting old. It's receding. It could be worse. I could be bald. I could have a toilet bowl back here of a bald spot. Number 14, sex on the. Could be. Yeah.
What the hell just
Sex on
happened?
the beach. Huh?
Something just happened. Like my screen, it like skipped or something. You like fiddle with.
Oh no! So that was me, I think. So when I get a public safety alert, it interrupts the live stream. And we've been getting public safety alerts out here for a minute for floods and fucking wildfires. Oh, we get like 3, 4, 5 of them bitches every day. Anyway, number 14, sex on the beach, sand everywhere. Yeah, you should not have sex on the beach. Has anyone here had sex on the beach before? Not the drink. I'm talking about doing the actual act. Has anybody done that on the beach before? And if not, would you ever?
I haven't.
I ain't reached there yet.
And I would say probably yeah.
Wait, Skinless, you said you did it?
No, I said I haven't, but I probably would.
I probably would. James, have you done it? You're from Guyana, so you probably have to have done it.
Not yet.
I'm surprised. Rio, we know you didn't. Rio, we know you didn't do it. Bells, you said no, you didn't. I've never had it either. I have no desire. I don't know if I could do it somewhere publicly.
I grew up next to the suburbs.
Back seat of my car in a parking.
I say a forest. I say a forest. Maybe somewhere in the woods somewhere, I think. You know, where Bambi is out there, birds are chirping and shit. The what?
Forest fairy.
Horse fairy? No, what?
Fairy.
Can you imagine you having sex? Can you imagine having sex out in the woods and the fucking 7 dwarfs come out and watch you?
Keep going. Why'd you stop? Stop now.
We hit 10K.
Hey, we hit 10,000 likes. Even though it doesn't show on my thing yet, but I'm pretty sure
What does it show
I
on
got
yours?
lag. It shows 9.9, but I'm pretty sure we're there. We're there.
That's
My shit
that
lags.
Korea internet.
Yeah, well, so now it just hit 10,000. Damn. Number 15, sex on a plane. Now, in the middle of the night, both snuck into the washroom. Apparently, the clapping noise was very audible and not as quiet as we both thought. $1,500 fine each and a 1-year ban from the airline.
Yeah, at least they got to go back.
Damn,
Could
you
have
must
been
have been tearing
worse.
that shit up in that little ass bathroom. You know how little the airplane bathrooms are, and you can hear that shit. Hey,
She probably just
we're
had big
experiencing
cheeks.
turbulence. Shit, he must have been coming from Jamaica or something. Imagine like, imagine you're in the bathroom and then people are hearing this shit, and then this plane starts shaking. We're experiencing turbulence
Bomba
from the.
clot.
That's all you hear.
Pussy clot.
Imagine you sleep. Imagine you're on the plane and you're sleeping. You're trying to sleep and you're near the bathroom and you hear clapping and you hear bomb blocker.
All you're gonna hear is
You see like ghouls come out of it.
stop.
Oh, that'd be terrible. I'm surprised they only got a $1,500 fine and a 1-year ban from an airline. You could fly another airline. Who gives a fuck?
Airline
If you get banned from, it doesn't say. But I can imagine it's either Frontier or Spirit.
If it was
Or
Spirit,
Southwest
I wouldn't pay. Frontier is not that bad.
They should actually
Oh,
make that a thing in planes. Like they have like
What's that?
separate rooms, or you can go get your freak on. They should do that. For real.
They have that whole plane stinking.
Yeah, it's not soul
It smell
plane.
like it'll smell like the back of a Long John Silver's on that plane. Then you have to land that shit.
Funyuns.
And then Denzel Washington can fly the plane. I'll be upset.
Can you imagine if it's an overseas flight and all you smell is fish sticks and dried up liquids? I don't want to smell that on the plane.
But if she's
At
clean though,
all.
you just smell pineapple.
Or honey.
That's if she's eating pineapple or if she's eating honey. What if she had fish sticks before the flight? Welcome
She'll
back,
prep
Lawrence.
before she go on the flight.
Listen, I don't do that. I've never participated in a Mile High Club act. Has anyone ever had sex on a plane? And if not, would you
Man,
ever?
wait till I get up there.
I wouldn't.
Oh my god!
And give me a
James,
give me a $1,500 ban mid-flight. Like, who's gonna fly the plane then? All right, y'all can let
Jesus
this
Christ.
bitch.
That's what you got co-pilot for.
Listen, James will be the type to get the manifest and be like, "Who's the prettiest one in business class? Let me see. What's her name? Get her up here. I'm
What
gonna
if
give her
the
a special tour."
What if the co-pilot is the female that I'm clapping?
You just do it in the cockpit. That's
See-
why they call it the cockpit.
Oh
See,
yeah,
that's why they
true.
have auto.
He's
see,
onto
that's why they have
something.
autopilot. But see, that's why they have autopilot, so you can clap cheeks while the plane does all the work for you.
The pit of
That's
cock.
smart. Who's sleeping
Makes
in a pit
sense.
of cocks? Can you,
No,
can
you're
you
putting
imagine
your
waking
cock
up?
in her pit.
Yeah.
We're experiencing some turbulence. Yeah, I can't imagine. You know? But that's what autopilot. I'm pretty sure there's some wild shit that go on in the cockpit. Whether it be man and man, man and woman, woman, woman. I know somebody's getting clapped in the
Well, I
cockpit.
mean, you're doing man to man there.
Yeah, ain't nobody else doing that shit. Just you,
Nah,
Eddie.
yo, wow. I'm pretty sure some wild shit happened in the cockpit. That's why they don't want cameras in that motherfucker, because they've been advocating for cameras in the cockpit forever. But they kept the pilot unions and shit are like, nah, we don't want that. We don't want you guys invading our privacy. Yeah, because you're getting your joystick sucked while the plane is flying. Who wants to
That's
see?
the way to
Nobody
go.
wants- I guess so. Shit.
You want smooth landing as a customer, don't you? Good.
Yo, God, if James, when the day you become a commercial pilot, I swear to God, that's gonna be the funniest shit. All right, number 17. Going to a swingers club, found out I don't like random men touching me or looking at me while I'm having sex. It's a swingers club. That's what they do. People are going to touch you randomly.
Why you
fuck
said
you thought was gonna
17
happen?
like that?
Huh?
You kind of emphasized on that 17. Number 17.
It's number 17. What you thought I was? What are you trying to insinuate?
Number 17.
All right.
That
Number
didn't sound like
17.
an order. It didn't sound like an order to me. Give me number 17.
Yeah, I ain't that fat. Anyway, number 18, hot tub sex, almost legit passed out. I've done it in a hot tub once. It was different. Have you guys ever done it in a hot tub before?
Yeah, I
just
do
too
that.
hot.
I do
What the hell?
jacuzzi.
It's too hot.
I do jacuzzi,
You know,
all that.
They say water is not a good lubricant. It really isn't. In fact, it's been said that water will dry a female out. Not all females, but some females said that water, having sex in the shower or in a hot tub, dries them out. And I done it one time, and it was
But it's
just
salt
like,
water.
this is-
I think that's true.
Yeah, but water is not a natural lubricant. Water dries out. Oils stay lubricant because of the viscosity. Water has no viscosity, so therefore,
They're using the wrong water shampoo.
What, they gotta use the fucking Great Value shampoo
Go ahead and
The
to make
one
it
with
work?
oil.
go ham.
You got to see. Bell said that shit is exhausting. See, hot tub sex is exhausting because there's no feeling. It dries up.
Not
It
if she
dries
gets
up.
on her knees.
You gotta go under the water the whole time.
What are you, Little Mermaid? You say go under the water? Can you even have sex under the water in a hot tub? It's not that
I,
big, unless. I mean, it
he's
depends on the
a
hot tub.
he's a diver.
Yeah, wait, so Skinless, you need to change your name to Aquaman because you sound like you've done that shit before. You had underwater hot tub sex.
Skinless Aquaman.
Your
Skinless
name is
Aquafish.
Aquafish. Man, nah, should we just go call you Fish Stick? All right, anyway, number 19, group sex doesn't smell as good as you might think. That's gross. See, group sex doesn't smell as good as you might think. If you participate in group sex, oh wait, I'm getting a bad echo. I think I'm getting a bad echo on your side. I think it's from you. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, hold on. Just get off real quick and then get back on, and I'm gonna see because I think I'm getting a bad echo. Actually, hold on.
Hey, words mean things, Eddie. You gotta be careful what you say.
See, that's only you. You translate things into
said
things
get
it's
off.
not supposed to be. Anyway, group sex doesn't smell as good as you might think. I can't imagine the smell inside a Turkish orgy. Can you imagine multiple people of different pH balances and hygienes all doing it in one spot? Can you guys do that? Can you guys muster that? I don't think I can.
Yeah, I'll
You
be
know,
in a
sex
private
is-
room.
No, there is no private room. Sex is a dirty act. All right, there's smells, yes, and stuff, natural smells, I hope. But imagine a room of like 20 couples, and the room a size of a barracks room, all doing it at the same time. Can you imagine the smell?
That's some good TP right there.
Earwigs.
Ew.
It's good for the room.
I got a new baby cousin, Macon.
Oh,
Great
congratulations!
bunch of
Oh, that's a
Febreze
cute
on top
baby.
of it.
She leaves.
No, I said Febreze, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, Febreze. I'm like, oh, throwing leaves on top of a coochie. Anyway, number 20, water sports. I think it's hot, just not on me. Turns out my hatred of being wet overrides my kink. Water sports? The fuck, you on like a jet ski having
Put
sex
that thing
or
in
something?
sport.
Or- What's that?
Put that thing in sport.
I don't know. Number 21, sex in the shower is not as fun as you might believe. Water increases friction. Tubs are uncomfortable on the knees and not quite big enough to comfortably try anything other than standing, which is precarious when the shower is running. Maybe if you had a huge tub, you could find a position that worked comfortably, but you're still going to run into the issues with water making friction. I told you guys, having shower sex is not good.
That's why they
It is not
build chairs in them now.
But it's the idea is that the water, unless you're in the tub dry, like there is no water running. That's different. But yes, they do have chairs in there.
Water running on you.
But you do realize those chairs are for handicapped people, right?
That's for?
Wait a minute. So
Hey,
hold
they
on.
can get it on too, Eddie.
That's what she'll be.
See, the chair is not for them to get it on. Okay,
Being a
look, the chair is
wheelchair
not for the handicapped people to get it on. It's for them to sit so they don't slip and bust their ass.
That's what
But
she'll
they
be.
might. But then again, there might be
That's
some
me, so I
elderly
can
women.
bust in their ass.
Hey, what the fuck? Holy shit. But yes, I told you guys, shower sex is not that fun. It may look glamorous in the movies and in the corn, but like I said, when you have the shower water running, that water is drying you the fuck up. And you have to work 10 times harder to get off on it.
Not to mention,
Hey, Bells, I think
blacking
can I hear you?
too.
Yeah. Hey, Bells, you there? I think she was just there, but I don't hear echo. Anyway, check it out. This next one. Mirror in the room. My wife, 5 feet, 100 pounds, put a vanity in our room with a big ass mirror on it. Now, when she put it there, I thought, yeah, this is going to be hot until the night when things got frisky. And I look over and I saw me, a 6 foot, 235 pounds, and hairy man, and what can only be described as some kind of an animal mauling taking place. It looked like frogs fucking a tadpole. I felt so bad for her. I made her move the vanity into the bathroom the next day. All thoughts of filming our sex nights have been removed from the brain. So they put a mirror on top, I think on the ceiling or somewhere where it captures it. And mind you, he said that she's only like 5 feet, 100 pounds. And he's 6 feet, 235 pounds. So he said it looked like a frog fucking tadpole. So he didn't like the way that shit looked. It probably looked
He
pretty
meant rape?
pedo-ish. Yeah,
That's
it
what
looked,
he meant
it
to
looked almost
say?
like, no, I think it almost looked kind of pedo-ish. So therefore, he was just like, I can't
creepy.
get that thought out of my mind. Think about it.
Yeah,
She's 5 foot, 100 pounds, and he's 6 feet, 235 pounds. That shit look crazy. You eat with all that mass, you can't even see her. You can't see her. All right. Anyway,
11 chick.
that's it. Shit. Number 23, edging. I masturbated to it a lot. Finally experienced, and I have never been so pissed at the frustrated in my life. Now it's one of my anti-kinks. I've tried that once, and let me tell you something. It's a challenge. Edging is a challenge. It's a challenge. Have you guys
Like pulling her hair or something? What are you talking about?
Is that like if she glides
edging?
her leg?
No.
Well, they need to try a little bit better on your hairline.
Shut up. Let me tell you something. Let me give you guys a little education on what edging is. Edging is a masturbation marathon. It's basically you keep going until you're so sensitive and you try to see how long you can go before you can release. So you have to resist the urge to your fullest climatic feeling before you go. Some people could edge for like an hour, 2 hours. I think I've lasted about an hour and a half.
You had a lot of time, huh? Yeah.
I sure did. I had an incredible amount of fucking time. Anyway, number 24, the woman wanted to restrain me. I thought, why not? Could be hot. She seemed to know what she was doing. Now, as soon as the handcuffs went on, this is real, I flipped the fuck out like a wild animal. It all surprised me. I was on a wooden chair and it got all smashed up. She unlocked me and it was instant relief. Now I know. See, this is why some people don't want to be handcuffed. Because you lose that sense of power and being. Can you imagine? Now, has any of you ever used handcuffs before? I know, Rio, you said you never did. Skinless, you never did.
I did.
Captain James, have you?
I did.
Oh, so you have. Okay, so
Only one hand, because I seen videos where dude got handcuffed and chick just beat their ass. So I only do one hand.
Can you imagine you getting handcuffed? Yo, can you imagine she handcuffs you?
I think I sent you all that video.
I think you did. I'm not sure. I know. Can you imagine she ties you up and she's beating you with a bag of flour? And you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Some weird ass kink.
Yeah, now you look like Casper.
Wow. A handcuffed Casper. Bells, you ever used handcuffs before?
I never used handcuffs, but I've used like my scarves on my maid.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like my headscarf. I'll tie that nigga up. What?
You gotta use her underwear.
Yo, I can imagine.
My scarf. Like, I'm from Queens. You get scarves.
Let me tell you something. James, I can tell you, when you said that, Bells, James' eyes, I can only imagine lit up when he said, what the fuck? You got that man intrigued.
I could do that? I could use those?
You got that man intrigued. Nah, I've never used
it. It wasn't like for sex. It was like for the blowjob. Like, I don't want you shoving my head down.
Damn, so you taking the scarf.
I don't want you to be trying to like hold me back, right? I don't want you to hold me back. I'm about to well out.
Woo! The room went silent. Woo! I love it. Yeah, so you take the scarf. Some people do that. They take the scarf and wrap it around their head and just go, don't. And hey, listen, it's all about control and consent. Most importantly, consent. And if both parties are good with it, it's all good. Now, number 25.
What?
Number 25, being pegged.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
There's this one NCO. We were at Fort Knox back in like 2017, and he was just talking to us like it was normal. He's like, "Don't knock it till you try it, guys. Come on." We're just looking at each other like, "This dude's gay as fuck."
Matter of fact, Rio, we know somebody like that. He would sit there and like soft promote that idea of using like a strap on or something like that.
Yep.
We know who it is. Yep. I was like, this dude is really about that shit.
Austin Timothy Edwards?
Nope, not me. Nope. But you know who we're talking about. This is a particular Puerto Rican fellow. We know who he is. Number 25, being pegged. Now, this person said,
Keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. It says, I absolutely love getting my ass ate, so I figured it's kind of where to go next from there. Now, he watched corn of it, really hyped him up in the head, and got a strap on for my girlfriend. What happened? Hold on. I'm going to wait. Oh, no, you're good.
Off right now.
Nah. You want to stay on.
I know I want to stay on so bad. My supervisor is.
Hey, at least stay in the chat though.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on. I'll join if anything. I'll run back.
Okay, yeah, because we're almost done. I'm almost done with the list. I'm actually pretty close. All right, I'm gonna start it over though. It says being pegged. I absolutely love getting my ass ate. So I figure it's kind of where to go next from there. Now they watched corn of it, really hyped it up in my head, and got a strap on for my girlfriend. Now we tried a couple of times, but it just never felt good. Didn't hurt or anything. It was just never physically enjoyable for either of us. Big letdown. See, this is why corn is bad, because it gives us these false expectations on how sex is supposed to be, and then when you actually go and you try it, you're like, this is not what I expected to be. The fact that this guy like being pegged, it says a lot. Now, have any of you guys ever been pegged?
Fuck no. Really gonna ask that question?
That's why you're sitting sideways, Eddie. That chair.
I don't know about real, but you know.
That chair he's sitting on. Look at him. Oh shit! He just moved. Look at his face.
I'm sitting in a chair right. What are you talking about? I'm sitting in a chair right.
Yeah, it's making you sit upright.
God damn it.
Damn.
Number 20. We're almost done with the list. I know y'all wildin', and it's Sunday morning over here. It's the day of the Lord over here. You guys wildin'. Number 26, cuckolding. Tried it with my ex and realized it just wasn't for me. Got crazy insecure after and jealous. Did I not say that before? When I was having this conversation with Cream Guy, I said that when it came to that, you know, if you're into threesomes and all that shit, somebody's gonna catch feelings, whether good feelings or bad feelings. Somebody. So you don't care. So if your significant other getting railed out and you're sitting there watching, and she catches feelings for the other guy, doesn't mean
what kind of threesome is that? I won't take part in that shit.
2 chicks always. 2 chicks and you.
Yeah. Okay. What are you being to?
2 dudes. And
everything you've mentioned.
We don't swing like that, Eddie.
Nah, look. I'm just saying.
No other guy in the room.
All right, this last one.
I'm the king of the jungle. Yeah.
Oh my God! Hold on, wait, hold on. I got this last one. And finally, that thing where you hang backwards off of the bed and give head sounded super hot to me, so we decided to give it a go. About 3 seconds and I realized my mistake, and that there was absolutely nothing sexy about his balls smacking me in my eyes.
That's kind of tough.
I did that.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Oh man, no, I've seen that position, and yeah, it literally is your ball slapping her face, like on her nose and on her eyes and her forehead getting slapped up. That is terrible.
Yeah.
James, you sound like you've done that a few times off the edge.
Nah,
but he needs to step here.
Damn. The Munchkin Land. Yeah, he said he's short as fuck.
I just reach up, you know. Other heights.
Oh my God, man! I swear. So people out here are fucking weird, man. People are weird. Okay, I got a few more stories, or I could wrap this up. I got 18 kinky stories that people have actually done. I'll be quick. I'm gonna read over some that seems interesting.
That's what you always say, huh? Sound like you be saying that a lot. I'll be quick.
Saying what? Saying what?
Quick. I'll be quick. You didn't even have to rehearse for that one. I'll be quick.
Hey, I ain't no minute man, all right? I go the distance. All right, number 1, the cone of shame. And I'm a full-time master-slave dynamic with my partner. One of my biggest kinks is piss play and humiliation. Now, my fondest memory was having 22 men pee on me while I was wearing a cone of shame. Now, after being peed on, my master forced me to sit in the pee for a long time before being allowed to shower it off. It was definitely one of the hottest things I've ever done.
Damn, that's definitely hot.
That's not hot.
I mean, well, how do your piss come out? Cold? No, you don't be pissing cold pee.
Oh my God. I think these stories are worse than the shit that I've read based on what I'm seeing right now. Now, this next one, the daddy dom fetish. My girl has a daddy dom fetish. Spanking and impact play are a must. Now, usually coupled with clothespins and nipple clamps, she absolutely required to call me daddy or sir, and if not, punishment will ensue. There's something amazing about having a person put their total trust in you and let you completely control and use their body. Who's using nipple clamps in here? Raise your hand. Oh, not me. Not me.
Yeah, I was
Not
staying
me.
away from
I
those.
don't even have nipples.
Yeah, true. Sure.
You just got 2 dots. Like cartoon dots.
That nipple cancer is a motherfucker.
Oh my god. Number 3, the secret party. Now, me and my ex had a party, and in the middle of it, we stealthily made our way to the back room. And while we were having sex, I tied her up. When we were done, I left her like that, and then after an hour, I came back and we did it again. Just to be clear, the entire thing was completely consensual. So imagine you get tied up. You do what you do. She leaves you for like an hour, comes back and do it again. Meanwhile, for
You
the hour,
see,
you're tied up.
see what I told you about the handcuff shit? That's why I ain't doing
Yeah,
that.
I don't blame you. I'm not doing that. Even if it's my wife and I completely trust her. Hun, you're not handcuffing me.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially
Number
if you can't
4.
remember what you did the night before
Or if you lose the key.
or who you was with.
Or you wake
that
up
too.
and your ass hurts.
And it has tissue in it. And then you have tissue in your butt for some reason. I don't
Wipe
get it.
yourself off. You're bleeding.
Wipe yourself off. You're dead. I love the Rush Hour reference. It's fucking stupid. Number 4, you do watch an unhealthy amount of Rush Hour. I've noticed that, James. You
I
watch a
stole
very
that from Subi.
Yeah, that came from
Scooby,
Rush Hour.
Ruby.
Oh my god.
She
Number
likes
4,
Snoopy. No, it's Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Snoopy.
Number 4, the cuckold. My girlfriend and I are into cuckolding. We met a guy and I watched him fuck her in the ass while I sucked her toes. After he came in her ass, I licked it out and we kissed.
Oh, that's gay.
What the fuck?
That's gay as fuck.
5 minutes later, she started giving him a BJ again. He came in her mouth. She kissed me and then spat it into my mouth. God damn it! Listen, people.
Why did you even read that?
That one would be the most interesting.
It's part of the show. What do you want me to do?
That site should be banned, bro.
What,
We're recording this
BuzzFeed?
live right now.
BuzzFeed gets all its stories from Reddit. So all this shit really comes from Reddit. So you need to ban Reddit. All right.
Yeah.
Number 5, the confessions of a cam girl. I'm a cam girl, and when I'm in the free chat room, my husband is logged in as well. Now, when I do private shows, he peeks in the room and watches me after I'm done working for the night. We have mind-blowing sex. It really turns him on seeing all these people flirting and talking dirty with me.
Bet it does.
That's a digital cuckold. Digital. All right, next
Probably
one. Number
got
6.
AIDS.
Why? That's super rare.
Digital aid. Right?
Digital. Yeah, that's the future right there. That shit hurts just as bad. Anyway, number 6, the journey of self-discovery. So I grabbed the lube from next to my bed, and after a bit of prep, I was able to push my dick in my own ass and have sex with myself. Okay, yeah, we're moving right along. And then you don't even want to hear the rest of it. I'm just gonna move to the
You
next
already read it.
Yeah, finish that one.
No. All right, fine. Y'all like that?
No, I said
All right.
keep it fucking in.
All right, I might as well finish it. Fuck it. He was able to push his dick in his own ass and have sex with himself. So he said, I was so into that and started to talk dirty to myself. Change roles so that 1 second I was begging some imaginary stud to pound me harder, and then the next I was calling myself a needy bitch. This all accumulated with me calling myself daddy and coming inside myself. You guys are happy now? You wanted me to read that shit?
Dude, 2 of
Who
us
said that?
No.
That's crazy.
Rio said he wanted it. He's the only one.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, at first I thought I was confused about Rio, but now I know.
Yo,
Oh, no.
how do you even do that in your soul? My God! So
I
you're
don't
like
even know how that's
recycling.
possible.
So you're recycling your own shit, like recycle cum. All right, well, we're moving right along. All right,
Family style.
all right. I'm gonna skip that one. Let me see. Nah, I'm gonna read this one. Some of them I'm not gonna read them all. Some of them are just you have to read them. That last one, we could have not finished that, but you guys insisted. Anyway, this one, the unaware and unfortunate roommate. I had sex with a girl in her dorm room while we were in the middle of a conversation with her roommate. We just kind of snuggled up under the covers, both facing her roommate. Mid-conversation, she leaned back and whispered, "I want you inside me." I just kind of smiled and nodded my way through the conversation while very subtly doing the deed. That's nothing. I mean, if some woman whispers in your ear, or some guy whispers in your ear for some of you, and say, "I want you inside me," then I don't know. I guess you do the deal. I guess.
I had a girlfriend give me a blowjob under a pillow while her sister was on the other side of the couch.
Hold on. Wait, what was that?
I got a blowjob from this chick I dated way in high school.
Yeah.
She had the pillow up and she was giving me a blowjob, but her sister with Down syndrome was on the other side of the couch.
You lying.
I'm not
lying.
I'm not lying.
Oh my God. That is so. I would have been so uncomfortable. I would have left. I probably would have left.
She just been looking at you like, oh.
Oh, come on.
Rolling.
That's so wrong, man. God, extra chromie for the homie. Look, listen, that's terrible. I don't even know how you even made it past that. I would have been like, you know what, this is an awkward time. Can we
It's
do
just
this some
Down
other time?
syndrome. No, it's not that
No,
bad.
it's not just Down syndrome. That's insane. That is insane. Anyway,
Hey,
number 10. Oh, the
shouldn't have
overtime
stayed
at
in
work.
the room. That's not
That's
her room.
crazy.
Now it would have been weird if she joined in or something.
Yeah.
No,
no.
that
would have been a party.
That would have been sick. All right. Anyway, number 10.
Whatever,
the
Eddie.
overtime.
I know that's
The overtime at work.
That's where he
What's
draws
that?
abuse. That's
the whole
abuse.
dude fuck
That
himself.
is technically abuse. I mean, because it's not like the girl with the Down syndrome or whatever is unaware of what's going on.
Hey,
You know what I mean? And that's crazy.
It's your eyes. You want to watch? Watch. You don't want to watch?
man,
Get the fuck out. Simple. It's that simple.
What the fuck is wrong
A
with you?
and B, you know? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Your eyes, you either watch or don't watch. Ain't nobody going to force you to. It's not like the skinless dude was saying, hey, stay the fuck in this room. Make sure you watch this shit.
I would hate to see your browser histories. I swear to God. Number 10, the overtime at work. This person said, I fucked my boss in the ass using a strap-on while we were in his office during the middle of the workday.
Hold on, Eddie. Not cutting you. Not cutting you, though. You said you wouldn't like to see our browser history?
I said I would hate to see your browser histories based on what
you would hate?
you guys...
Bro,
I would hate to see your browser history.
Your browser history got shit about the dude fucking herself.
That is not my browser history. That is the article. That is the article. That's not
your browser history, though, not mine.
Let me ask you something. If somebody wanted to see your browser history, would you let them see it?
Yeah, why not?
I have no browser history. I go incognito.
Oh, you incognito. That's why. But I would hate to see your shit.
My shit got weird shit on there. Like if I see like. If I have like symptoms, I'll be like, "What the symptoms to this is?" And then I'll look at that like. That's what I have on my Google browser. I'll be looking over weird shit like, "Oh, my toe is. It feels funny. It feels numb. Like, what the fuck is that?"
See,
like,
no, wait, Nate, wait. I can attest to that.
It could be
tell
the
you
toe
something.
fetish site.
No.
Make a mistake and click on that.
Wait, hold on. I can attest to what she's saying because I swear to God, ever since I hit 40, every little thing that's wrong with me, I Google that shit every fucking day. Even if it's like a certain sweat or a cough, I'm Googling that shit. I'm like, my whole web browser looks
You
like
Google cough?
WebMD.
Really?
A what?
You expect us to believe that you Google cough?
like
You're out here Googling cough?
So yeah, because you don't know, like, because these diseases that come out or viruses that's coming out now, you just never know. They be having new shit every season, is something new. Like, so you just be like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like
Modelo virus.
You gotta fucking Google it to know what the fuck is going
I'm telling you, she ain't lying. There's been times I sat there, I Googled every.
I believe her, but
not
not you, Eddie.
So shut up.
Not you.
Anyway, this next one. Number 11, the vaginal speculum. It's all about the kink. I've nursed a grown man like a baby. I've been fisted and then had his penis inserted at the same time. I had my vagina stretched with a vaginal speculum. Damn, she could fit like a whole Hot Wheels garage in there. So if you ever go to a gynecologist, it's a speculum is where they use to open you up. It's like a little metal clamp.
Okay, but what the fuck was she doing? Like,
she was putting Hot Wheels cars in there like a garage.
Niggas do not like nobody. Listen, especially the niggas I'm fucking with, they don't like no fucking loose pussy. Like, what the fuck is going on?
For real.
What world is she living in? That's cool.
Yeah, I hope web browser history is probably wild as fuck because anytime you have to sit there and open your shit up because you got to think the vagina is such an elastic organ because you could push whole babies in there. You could fit Moet bottles in there. You could push babies out of there and shit. You could fit whole Hot Wheel cars in there. But what's the point of doing that? Midgets, fist, arms, watermelons. I mean, you name it. But what's the point in doing that? What is the point of stretching your shit out that far?
I guess to see.
This man said a ferret.
Right?
Shit.
I guess the nigga she was fucking with them just wanted to move into her pussy.
Probably not big enough.
Living that motherfucker.
They're probably not big enough. I swear to God, when she have a baby, that shit slide right out like a water slide.
She don't even know she's having a baby.
Hell no. She was like, damn, it felt windy down there. I just felt something.
Yeah, breathe, right?
You ever been in the water slides?
Yeah, exactly. Like a splish splash. You might as well have like a slide come out with a little pool on the bottom so you can catch that little motherfucker. Anyway, number 12.
Water birth.
Oh my God. The food that didn't go to waste. Now, he said, while my girlfriend's parents were away for the weekend, we did a bit of naked cooking. She was only wearing an apron while I fucked her from behind over the oven. We got our bodily fluids on the food when I pulled out, but we decided to eat it anyway.
Well, that's not the way to go. I was about to say that's the way to go, but that's not the way to go.
So you put like extra basing and seasonings. Oh man. I mean, you can't let the food go to waste, but first of all, you shouldn't be in the kitchen fucking, especially around food.
No. Right. Exactly.
What are you doing? What are you doing? But they ate it.
But about the question earlier, you said that I guess somebody was getting head and they wound up ejaculating in somebody's mouth, and then the girl did he swallow it? That was my question, but you ain't.
No, the dude did it to himself. He sat there. And
she's talking about the other one, the one before that.
The other one.
Yeah,
okay,
the
hold on.
He did swallow it.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me go back.
She kissed him, and I guess she transferred the fluids.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the. Oh, yeah. The
swallowed his own. Now that's fucking twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're eating your own kids. That's cannibalism. Like, what's going on here?
No. It was another.
Came in his girl's ass. He sucked it out, and they swapped it between the two. Him and his girl.
Yeah. That's what it was. I'll read it again. It was called The Secret Party. It was me and my ex had. It says me and my ex had a party, and in the middle of it, we stealthily made our way to the back room. And while we were having sex, I tied her up. I'm saying, wait, is this the right one? No, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong shit. Hold on, let me go back. I'm reading the wrong story here. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the cuckold story. My girlfriend and I are into cuckolding. We met a guy and watched him fuck in the ass. Watched him fuck her in the ass while I sucked her toes. Now, after he came in her ass, I licked it out and we kissed. Now, 5 minutes later, she started giving him a BJ again. He came in her mouth, she kissed me, and then spat it into my mouth.
So he didn't swallow it.
It
was somebody else's fluids. Wait a minute, hold that.
It was his. It was the other dude and hers because he was sitting there watching it happen to his wife, and then their fluids, right, spit into the husband's mouth.
Nah, he is. My supervisor was like, "Them some freaks."
that's some zesty work.
He was like, "Them freaks on them."
But there's people doing this. There are people doing this. Like this one here, number 3. This next one, the in-car entertainment. I once drove 30 minutes to a guy's house with a butt plug in the whole time. The vibrations from the car made me orgasm twice.
I don't even know what is the fascination about anal sex.
I guess
I don't know either. It's nasty work. I don't understand it either. I don't understand.
It don't feel good. Like I don't see how people eat it. I've tried it. It is not something that I would never do like again. So
it's extra work
I would never do that again. Like it's like what the fuck? Like that shit is painful. The bigger it is, the more painful it is.
You gotta have 12. What'd you say, Rio?
He said they're taking notes right now. That's why he's being quiet.
I'm about to go to bed, bro.
Oh yeah, what time is it over there? It's like fucking
it's only 10.
10, 11 o'clock. Oh, it's only 10. Oh man, yeah, anal is crazy work. It's extra work. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and
It
then
doesn't.
it's like, is your bowels, is your intestines clean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I'm
it,
saying.
and the more a person do it, because I knew this gay guy. The more you do it, the more loose your fucking booty is to hold your bowel movement, and the shit get crazy. You start shitting yourself, the more you do it.
You make noise when you fart
You
normally.
gotta get surgery to fucking reconstruct your asshole.
That's
I
what I'm
guess the
saying.
girls
That's
in
just
the porno should be paid more.
what's crazy to me is the vagina and the butthole is only like 2 inches apart. Like what makes you want to move 2 inches to a more to the danger zone? You know what I mean? Like what's wrong with what's already there?
You
It
know what's
already
so
does half the work.
scary when
What's that?
when you having sex and the it's making me stutter because it's that scary. And nigga about
Mm-hmm.
to when your dick slip out and it about to go in the ass. Yo, that shit is scary. Yo,
Oh,
that shit is scary for me.
my wife almost
Whoops.
killed me one time doing that shit. My wife almost fucking killed me.
So when
I-
so so when, especially like as a woman that's extra moist, like like your shit could slip out like out of hole, and then like it's so moist down there that it could just re-enter the asshole like on its own, like with no
I've
like.
heard people saw stars and galaxies when that happened by accident because then you just slip out and you just go whoop, and then go up 2 inches and it's like they saw stars.
Then
It's
she gonna be like,
no, like it's
whoa,
so
fool.
scary because you could like because it's from the male's perspective. They don't know, like they don't know they're about to enter into the other hole. So it's
I
like
mean,
no, like you like no, that's just scary.
but what's crazy, there's definitely a difference in feeling between the two. Like there's no way unless you're in the heat of the moment and you don't even know you slipped out, and it's like
God should have put
you
eyes
can tell
down
the
there.
difference.
No, it's like it's like that little area between, and you think you're about to go in the vagina, and it just slips right into like almost like to your ass. I always catch them. I always catch the person like, no, don't do it. That's not the
See,
right
that's why.
spot.
But see, that's why you got to put a dash cam on that, so that way you can see what the fuck
Right.
you're doing.
It gotta have like a little sensor, right?
Fucking
That shit
drunk.
starts vibrating. It's like, like how when you play Operation and you hit the little side by accident, and go, and the,
Pull
the nose light up.
pull
That's what
up.
should happen.
Terrain, pull up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, you gotta be. You gotta be careful.
That's so
This
scary
next
to
one,
me.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Oh my god. I've done that one time by accident, and my wife almost fucking killed me.
Because
Yeah, you already did.
I'm pretty sure she can relate. Like we do not
Oh
want it, we don't like it. Like we do not like that shit.
yeah, it's so close, but like, oof, sometimes it's dark, you can't see, and yeah, I told you, I've done that once or twice by accident. It was not fun. All right, this next one, the dirty talk. My girlfriend literally gets off on the thought of me being dominated by men while we're having sex. So I'll slowly whisper a detailed play-by-play of the sex I used to have with guys while she rubs herself. Now, right when she tells me she's about to come, I jump up and sit on her face so I can feel the vibrations from her moans and so she could taste me while she climaxes. Yo, is regular sex not a thing anymore? Like, have we gotten to this point with
Guess
shit like
not.
this right now? I guess not. I guess regular sex is not enough. Like this next one. Me and another woman spit roasted her boyfriend using strap-ons. Spit roasted? I don't know what the fuck that is, but I can't imagine. Now this next one, the routine examination. I put on latex gloves and she played nurse to my husband. I gave him a prostate exam and started blowing him simultaneously. Now I've heard that a finger up there while getting a BJ actually feels good. Have I tried it? No, don't ask me. All right, this
You
next
probably
one.
did.
No, I did not.
So why you said don't ask him?
Because I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. I've heard things. I don't know. I have not done it, but I've heard things.
Why are you hearing things about that?
I don't know, man. You
asked
you're in the
about
military. You think I'm going around inquiring about butt play? How down bad am I? I have to sit there and go around inquiring.
All right, Eddie, we hear you. We hear you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, the cleanup process. It says, once my ex and I were having sex on his couch and I asked him to come on my breast. Now, when he was done, I swirled his semen over each nipple and put my finger in my mouth to lick off the rest. Then I said, quote, I'm not cleaning it up. I'm going to leave your cum on me all day, and I did. We went to the grocery store and the park and out to dinner. So she walked around with dry cum on her chest the whole day as a badge of honor.
Yeah, that's decomposed dead people. Yeah, that's fucked up.
If you're with someone that's willing to wear your kids on them all day, stinking, dried up everything, she's a keeper.
Dead.
She is a keeper. And this last one, the kinky animals. This is by a guy by the name of Robert Rio from Facebook. His name is Rio. Yeah, he went to bed. It says we have this thing where my girlfriend dresses as an iguana, and I dress up as an armadillo. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They just dress up as animals. That's it. There's nothing else. So you know how people like to dress up as animals like that. One story with the chick that dressed up as a panda. Yeah, that type of shit. Crazy work. I can't believe we made it through all that. And this show has just went 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. We've been talking about crazy, freaky shit.
Yeah, that's because I came on late.
It's all good. You guys showed up, and I think you guys all got notifications too. So that's definitely.
I just got back from fucking New York.
Yeah, were you in Fort? I'm not even gonna ask.
I was in Queens.
You were in Queens. Oh shit! You could have went and saw Bells because she lives in Queens. I used to live in Queens.
Dude, you missed the opportunity.
Yeah, you missed an opportunity again. You missed an opportunity. No, me and Bells, we go way back. We have a history. We have a history.
Yep.
I know. I known her since God. Has it been 5th or 6th grade? It's been a minute. She was actually a crush. She was one of my first crushes. Anyway.
No way.
Yeah, way. Yeah, way. All right. Anyway, look, I'm wrapping up the show. I am done. Listen, people, this was the funniest shit I've done, and this is the second episode. What's that? Shit! I can't even. Damn, I can't even hear you.
All right, I'm gonna let you end it though, because they said you missed the opportunity. I was trying to figure out what type of opportunity.
Oh no, we're just messing around because Captain James.
Okay, you gotta be messing around. You better know
Yeah, Captain James. I think she might be a little bit out of your league if you came across her though, but. Now we were just messing around because he said he was in Queens recently, and I was like, "Shit, you could have went and saw Bells up there because she lives in Queens." But I don't know. I don't know if Captain James can handle the turbulence. No pun intended, Captain James. Nah, but it's all good though. But no, I do appreciate you guys.
Remember that.
What the fuck does that mean? You were born black.
What the fuck is that mean?
What does that? Where did that come from? I mean, shit.
I was born with. Never mind.
I'm a brave soul. That's what I mean.
Shit, Skinless Chicken was born with no nipples. That man said earlier he has no nipples. So what does that mean?
Well, I'm a chicken nugget. I don't have nipples.
If your chicken nugget comes out with nipples, like little niblets, before you eat it, that's a problem. I don't know. I don't look at my chicken nuggets like that. I mean, I need to start smelling and looking at my food before I eat it. But matter of fact, speaking of food, in about the next hour or so, we're about to have Filipino food. So we found someone locally that makes Filipino food. And I ordered it last night. I need to go pick it up in the next 50 minutes. So I'm actually looking forward. I didn't eat anything this morning in anticipation for this food. It's in my building. They make the food in my building. It's right upstairs. Yeah, I know. That's the beautiful part. We saw them advertising on Facebook, and we were like, Filipino food? Fuck yeah. So we're going to go have some of that.
There's no DoorDash in your building?
No, but the PX or whatever delivers food. You know what I mean? Like Pizza Hut, shit like that. I don't think they do DoorDash out here. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. But I'm about to have some Filipino food. But no, Bells, Captain James, Skinless, Rio, everybody, Watts, everybody that joined the show at some point in time. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And, now this is the second consecutive show that we've hit 2 hours. Now, the next show, I believe, is... let me see my schedule.
That's because
I think
I came on late.
It's all good. Listen, I tell people all the time, whether you come on for a minute or a second, I don't care as long as you're on the show. So the next show is going to be on Wednesday. Now a lot of you may not catch it. Yeah, a lot of you may not catch that show because the time that I'm going to do it. But the next weekend show is on. I think I have it scheduled for Saturday. I have to see.
Which will be your guys' Friday.
Exactly, which will means it will be a roundtable. So yeah, I got a show this Wednesday, this Friday, this Saturday, my local time. So basically, yeah, you guys, there'll be a roundtable episode on your Friday, my Saturday. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining the show. Appreciate it. I had a fucking fantastic time with this episode. And you know what's even crazy? You know, I'm not even going to mention it. But if you notice anything, actually, no, I'm just going to keep it to myself. I don't want to jinx this show. But we got away with a lot of shit today. That's all I'm going to say on TikTok. We got away with a lot of shit. It makes me think who bought this platform to allow the shit that...
Yeah, that'd be called...
Wait, what? Are you having a stroke?
No, I'm just fine.
He was like airplane. No, but it makes you think, because I am telling you, when we started doing this on TikTok, we got flagged every goddamn time. But we said every single dirty curse word and nothing, no flagging. I wonder who bought this platform, because they said they extended it.
I had the word Down syndrome and blowjob in the same sentence.
That's what I'm saying. We would have got flagged. Now, again, the algorithm is weird, so maybe it didn't catch everything today. But they did extend TikTok for another 75 days. But I personally think that someone has already purchased this platform, and it's someone in the U.S. that is allowing certain shit to fly. I don't know. That's like Instagram. Instagram became way more racist than it ever did before. Like, something's happening. Somebody bought this platform. I don't know who. But anyway, this is a risky-ass show. Like, I knew it would be, but I'm glad that we made it through the show in one piece. But anyway, I'm done. Thank you. We'll do this again next time, and hopefully you'll catch my Wednesday show, which is your Tuesday. If not, don't worry about it. There'll be highlights.
Wait, are you still going to send those snacks?
Yeah, in fact, today, once we get our meal, we're gonna go out into the economy on the streets, and I'm gonna snatch up as many snacks as I can possible. And if Bells, Captain James, you guys want anything from here in Korea, snacks or whatever, just hit me up on the side, an address or whatever, and I'll send it to you. But no, I'm gonna get some of them snacks today, and then I have your address. I'll send it to you.
A Korean woman.
I'm not sending that. I'm not sending Korean women in a box. You trying to get me in jail? I'm not a smuggler. All right, I'm not smuggling humans. All right,
Come on, dude.
You can go to somewhere.
You don't have to. You try it one time.
Nah, we're not trying that 0 times. 0 fucking times. But anyway, like I said, if you guys want stuff, send me your address. I'll send it to you, and you don't gotta pay me back for anything. It's my care package to you.
So you already saw. You already saw those things that you sent earlier. Those pictures.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to try some of those, but I also want to try some. Can they do that, or is like customs like how Europe was?
Oh, you talking about soju? I think that's a customs thing. I don't think they're gonna allow me to send that.
Not soju. I don't know the drinks out there. Just sodas or something.
Oh, sodas? Ooh, maybe. And that's gonna be kind of risky work, because they could break in transit. I don't think we could send drinks and stuff of that nature, but I know I could send like dry goods. Yeah, I don't think I could send carbonated. I don't even think you want me to send anything carbonated, but I could send juices. I'm gonna talk to
what about tofu?
Maybe. I mean, you get tofu anywhere. It's nothing special. You can get that shit anywhere. But I'm going to talk to the post office. I know I could send a box of cookies and shit. That's easy. But I'll find out more from the post office. But I know, like, alcoholic stuff I can't send and stuff like that. Sorry, James. Can't send that stuff. All right, so, hey.
Wait. One more thing. And
yeah, what's up?
Merch. Korean merch. Yeah. Like
what kind of...
Whatever, a shirt, random shirt, a hat.
Okay, yeah. I'll see. I know your type of style. I'll see if I come across something in mind. I'll start off with like the snacks and shit first, and then maybe when I go to Japan, I'll find some merch and stuff to get for you. Might find some Subaru shit somewhere out there. I'm not saying.
Hey, you seen the dude from the Need for Speed movie?
Yeah. Walker.
That's
no,
not
the other one.
Wrong movie.
Vin Diesel.
No, not that one. The Korean looking one.
Need for Speed.
Need for
Is it
Speed?
Need for Speed?
You mean Fast and Furious? He's talking about Han.
Yeah. Fast.
Why?
Han, yeah. You seen him yet?
No, every time I get on this show and you get on here, you ask me if I saw Han. No, I have not seen Han.
Everyone is Han over there.
Exactly. No, everyone is Kim here. And I've met 10 people out here, at least male or female, with the name Kim. So we just colloquially just call everybody Kim out here. Kim. Everybody, like most people I come across, they have the name Kim in their name. It's a very common name.
Just tell them your name is Tim.
Yeah, but then they call me Kim. Yeah, and then now we're all Kim. Shit.
No.
I'm a
Tell them your
Kim.
name is Tim. Tim.
Yeah, they're like, Tim, I'm Kim. And then they call me Kim.
Tim Multi.
I'm a Kim. You're a Kim. She's a Kim. We're all Kims. Everybody's a fucking Kim.
Yeah, but you're a Tim.
Yeah,
you're not
that.
a Kim. You're a Tim. Tim Tango.
I know what.
Oh my god, dude, we get it.
Jesus Christ, you sound like the song that doesn't end. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been 2 hours. I'll catch you guys later. Next show is Wednesday. There won't be shows this weekend.
Tim Multi.
Yeah, that's me. Don't wear it out. Kimochi. Your name's Kim. Kim John James. That's. All right, guys. We'll do this again next time. See you later. Great show. We'll do it again next time. Peace out.
A bacalao.
Oh, what the fuck? This thing ain't going. There we go.